Then I can get back to my, I don't know, job.
I did want to say that on March 9th, I'm not going to be available.
Okay.
So just give a heads up for that.
Cool. I'll have sometime in early April will be when the musical goes up. So I think literally the first week of April.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so the 2nd of April. No, wait. Nope, that's the 30th of March. All right, do we want to do a recap of the last time? See what everyone remembers?
We started off in the Velvet Room. Igor and the others had to give us some convincing. Well, some of you were just like, "Yeah, cool, let's go." Like, fucking, just this is our life now.
I feel like a PC.
Yeah, and some others were just like, "Wait, let's harbor on the side of rationality," and they're like, "No, let's go." And then we headed out into like a long corridor with Brent. Like, I guess a maze. It was a maze, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we found a door that just led to sort of it was a theme park.
Yeah, a rundown theme park.
Yeah, basically, like, because he used to own a, he used to own a, like one of those pop-up Halloween stores.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Was like what she told you. She was still essentially like, that was before he got into like a lot of trouble with things like organized crime and other stuff. So part of him still misses that like that easier time.
And when we were in there, we were searching for other Persona user, Marine, and while in there, we got discovered by like I don't know, guess the brain security. So it sent some like spooky face people at us and some like spiders and stuff. We kicked their asses. We didn't get hurt at all. It was amazing. We weren't setting ourselves on fire. Yeah, you blew up the door where Marine was supposedly in.
And then also set fire to the building and then stopped it.
And yourself, over and over again.
It happens sometimes, don't worry about it.
We got inside. Marine was like, "Your Persona users, what the fuck? Here's the exposition rundown. We gotta save this guy. If we don't, he's gonna get taken over by a fairy, and that fairy's gonna do God knows what. I know it's gonna like really inappropriate, like terrible websites on Facebook that you wouldn't normally do.
He keeps adding me to a group. Why do you keep adding me to the group? I don't want to be part of the group.
He's just gonna start sharing Minion memes.
Oh god!
I found out people still poke people on Facebook because I got poked the other day. I'm like, what?
That exists still? Jesus.
I didn't know that was still a possibility.
Well, okay, so I hate how poking has become sort of the zeitgeist because some friends I have will literally just type out the word poke on Discord and send it to me. And I'm just like, no, stop. This isn't Facebook from like the 90s.
That's happened to me so much with my furry online friends. They think that's a way to start conversation. I'm like, bring something to the table. What's at the bargaining table?
I am old enough to point out that there wasn't Facebook in the 90s.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say I went back way too much.
Yeah.
Really quick, I know both Dan and I made changes to our characters between sessions. So, really quick, one, as I put in the Discord, I mixed up some green and yellows, and that's just for me. But two, I don't have invisibility anymore. I took signature weaponry instead because I described that. And my sick halberd. That's too heavy for me to hold well.
It's sick as hell, yo.
Yeah, I described that, and I didn't describe going invisible, so that seemed more fitting. And I took a new.
Do you hold it like an anime girl?
Like where the arms are like draped around it, almost like it's holding me up.
Is it almost like dragging you down? So like you put your knees together slightly and like your lower leg.
Oh,
apart?
100. Yeah, yeah. Like, is it Sailor Saturn? I had a reference for this. I'll look it up anyway. But
Where it's one of those things that the only reason you can ever hit someone with it is because everyone's standing still waiting for you to go.
basically,
Yeah.
except for thank God I have a persona that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The persona is stronger than me. Thank fuck.
Is your goal now to like become swole in like the real space so you like, can hold
Absolutely
it better?
not. And so I took a new red that it's another big attack, but this lets it destroys all of my bonuses instead of creating a major twist, and that's from the signature weaponry.
Okay.
And
then what have you swapped up?
I swapped out agility for presence because I feel that ties in better with what the fuck a giant flaming ball of wings would be like. And then I removed signature weaponry because it didn't really make sense and added in telepathy, which goes in with the it speaks into my mind. And also maybe yours.
Ooh.
Cool.
No thanks.
And I kept all my abilities the same.
Okay.
Yeah, the abilities, there's a little bit of like a getting to know how the abilities work in this game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, some of that shit's actually like super important for certain things like boosting and hindering can be huge in this, and that kind of stuff doesn't tend to work so well in a lot of superhero role playing games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
let me just pop this down. Okay, there we go. Sweet. The twist guidelines. So, yeah, and she had basically brought you to the place where you snuck through. You got into the sort of the House of Mirrors, like the haunted house area of it, and that was where she activated him, and then you passed through. Oh, by the way, did anybody else make any changes or?
I just started to rename stuff, but that's it.
I might like do some remake stuff because I'm not sure if I made my character correctly, but we'll find out.
Yeah, it's one of those things too. I just think in the nature of it, like realizing, oh, this is what I want my character to do. It's totally fine with that taking like a little bit of figuring out, especially when it comes to especially when it comes to like abilities and stuff. And one more thing. Where did I put? I put the picture that you put up there for Ariel, as opposed to what we have up there now.
It did its job.
I'm gonna miss Blanket Unicorn.
I am going to miss the blanket. If I could just get the blanket on top, without the horn, on top of my current image, then it would be pretty perfect.
Blue Unicorn.
That sounds like a Adventure Time thing.
Yeah, it does actually.
Oh yeah, you got the mirrored, like it looks like something out of the Invisible Sun book, or not the Invisible Sun, the Unknown Armies book.
Yeah. I also need to rename my moves. I just got stumped.
Represents. What are you in under? Wyatt Rosewood. Save changes. And say goodbye to Ariel. So also, you had hero points from last time.
Yes.
Okay, so the way that hero points work is they in the next session, you get that many bonuses, but you split them up at the beginning of the session. And these are ones you can use. And for our fiction, that'll be Maureen essentially working from up above.
Yeah.
So we've got her like in a little like airship that's up there with her sniper occasionally able to like lean out the window and stuff. So how many does everyone have?
I think we're all got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So essentially, if you want to have 2 + 1 bonuses, you can use at any time, or it can be 1 + 2.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that is where, if you had not picked it already, That is especially where the where is it? There should be the abilities that go along with your principles.
Mm,
It's
I'm
always
having
like
a
yeah,
Oh yeah, I still haven't done that.
yeah,
I'm having a real hard time just choosing because I went over them like 3 times. So I'm like, none of these fit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what there's also maybe find something that's sort of like you can shoehorn in a little bit, make a few alterations to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically they give you a way of usually it's like if you overcome using blah and then or by doing such and such, and give everyone else a hero point.
Cool.
Okay, so when you come out of the as she saw like kind of the image of him looking sort of sagging and tired, and talked about the thing that he kind of wanted most, he slumps. The image in front of you sort of fades, and as you step through, instead of right now being exactly inside the haunted house, you're in a version of the town Eatonville, but as something that might have existed in maybe the 80s. As you're looking around, 80s, maybe 90s. Everything looks a little older. You see like some kids going around trick or treating. Nothing like none of the costumes you see are anything recent.
What is wrong with all the people's hair?
It's the 90s. We didn't know it was a mullet. Shut up. And Maureen kind of comes through. All right, we're inside of his personal world now at this point. Biggest thing is find your way to his family, protect them, and that will be one of the things we can use to actually unleash him.
Protect them from the fairy?
Whatever he's worried about will be down here. Here's the thing: when you get to know somebody, you get to know what's going on. You'll have an idea of what sort of fears they might have, that their human self might have, that will manifest inside here, and in particular, what needs to be made safe or protected.
Ooh. Did you do all that work?
Yeah. Owen had been working with
Cool.
organized crime. They started taking over. They threatened his family if he pulled out because he had wanted to. The biggest thing that he's afraid of is actually, and at that point, while she's saying that, at that point, you see there's like a van just kind of like swerves into view down the street and comes to a halt. The doors open up and you see like almost cartoonish looking thugs popping out of it. We're talking old timey old timey like mobster types.
Yeah, she.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
What's the name of the town again?
Eatonville, Washington.
Yeah, I think when she mentions the organized crime thing, Blake looks at her and is like, "There's organized crime in Eastonville."
You're not far from Seattle, so
Yeah, we frequently just don't order one of the special pizzas, and she taps her nose.
Please don't insinuate that my family's in crime.
So we need to kill. Well, wait. Are these people real? Are we murdering people?
I think I just sigh.
she goes, the most important people here in this area are actually going to be his family. Everyone else here is essentially expendable. However, the more damage you do to people that are not his fears, you can go after with no problem. The number of them that you go after without that are not his fears, the more you're starting to actually destroy his sense of self.
Cool. So we can kick the shit out of those guys and point to the mobsters.
Yeah.
Who's the Coca Beetle person, by the way?
It's Trevor.
Okay, yeah. I think I probably look at you, Trevor, and I say, so that means you should probably be careful about catching anyone else in those flames.
I'll do my best. Yeah, I seem to be able to only hit enemies and myself, so, I'll be careful.
Yeah, like you can just chill in the back unless we need you. Like, You don't need to hurt yourself for this.
Can I chill in the back until people?
Absolutely not.
God damn it!
You can blow up spiders, Rachel. Stop. Just get your fucking head in the game.
And one of them goes, "Mommy, what are their what are their costumes?" And looking like there's a little kid like across the street pointing at you, and his mother is with him, and just kind of like looking. I don't know.
Do they seem to be able to see the like 10 feet tall thing standing beside me?
Yeah.
Is this child like? Are
I-
they nervous?
I mean, yeah. The woman looks nervous. The child looks like super intrigued.
You go ahead.
It's just
Go.
a man on stilts. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I stop.
What was out in the what? She looks at everyone. What was out in the 80s? Is this
I've got
this
this.
is Jason?
I've got this. I've got this. I walk over. I'm like, and I kneel down. I'm like, hey, have you seen Sailor Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Sailor Star. Yeah, I'm Sailor Star.
Oh, it's cool, Mommy, Sailor Star. She's like, that's very nice, honey. That's very nice.
Like flashing a smile. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go now.
She's like, are you a little old to be? Are you trick or treating?
No, I'm looking for my. And like, I look back at Maureen. Like, tell me this guy is like a child or something. Looking.
Who has a child?
And Maureen, Owen, like, I'm like mouthing, like, does he have a kid?
Yes, he does. Oh, what the hell was her name? Let me double check in my session prep. Yeah. And the thing is, you actually know his daughter from school.
Oh, right.
Double check. Where did I put her? Livia Anderson.
Livia. Okay. I'm looking for my friend Livia. She's like about my age? Have you seen a girl like that? And I look up at the mom. Should I roll I could roll my principle of compassion here.
Yeah, what you're trying to do is overcome.
Yeah, overcome to connect with an individual on a personal level and use your max die. I feel like I'd achieve that with this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. All right. All right. Illusions, sure. I'm pretty. Creativity, sure. And then we're in green. All right, so max die is a 7.
Okay.
And we all get a hero point.
Is this the same issue as last one, or starting again?
This is a new issue, I think.
Yeah, a new issue.
Okay, so
basically, all of your hero points should have been erased. They become either the 1+2 or 2+1 bonuses that you're able to use, and you can use those after the fact.
Okay, so we put the 2 from last time into unspent hero points. Then hero points this issue, we would check 1.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And you're saying after we roll, we can use those?
Yeah. So basically, you can go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use that +1 now, or the +2.
I think I will use a +1 right now just to get this from action succeeds with a minor twist. I'll just get it up to completely succeeds.
Okay. Yeah. Let me actually.
Love to succeed.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. At this point, she basically Maureen starts kind of feeding you information about the stuff of the costume that the kid is wearing, and she's like, okay, it's from a very old movie called E.T.
Oh yeah, that's like so.
No, we're like young people, aren't we? Shit, I forgot.
Yeah, you are a high schooler. So. Yeah, so as sort of talking, and the mother just goes, "Oh yeah, they well they're kind of down that way." And she points. Livia lives a block over, and it's like basically what looks like the thugs that you saw are going towards the backyard. So essentially, like they're going through the yard of the house that's behind them, and going towards the backyard. So like, and essentially, you are on. You'd have to go through the backyard or around to the front from where you are right now, because it's one street over.
That doesn't look good. We should go stop them.
Thank you so much. Jog, jog, jog.
Yeah. I think Rachel says, "Hey, Sailor Uranus, let's get going," and just starts running towards it.
I think I'm mad because that's their favorite one. And
Yeah,
also, it means
love
that
her.
if you know Sailor Uranus, that means that you know enough about Sailor Moon to have actually known something about it. And I hate that we have something in common.
Yeah, we are
Okay.
taking off to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spring Hill Jack is doing lots of bouncing.
Okay. So one thing we'll do here is, or I'm not going to turn this into a full-fledged combat scene. However, there will be, it'll mostly be overcomes in this case. Now, those overcomes can also be something combat-y, but we're just not like turning it into, because like these the thugs and such you're seeing are not necessarily
Cool.
right now. We're not as of yet going to be going into like an all-out sort of fight. What the fuck? My mouse giving me problems? I'm trying to like click and drag and it's giving me problems.
Roll20 can be like that sometimes.
No, it's actually my computer.
Oh, okay.
It's our good friend, Faceless Mobster.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Break his
That-
fucking legs, Tony.
That reminds me of the vaguely problematic cops in Persona 4. Do you
God.
remember them?
Yup.
No.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think they show up too often. It's been a while since
I
played
mean,
Persona 4.
they're just like pigs, right? Or am I thinking of a different one?
If I can't remember what they actually the name they're called, but if the moment you like look at them, you'll realize what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Bribed fuzz.
Yeah,
Yeah, those look like dogs. Yeah.
Oh, how am I not remembering those?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, those guys. I remember them.
They first appear in the steamy bathhouse.
Like just a donut in their mouth.
Yeah. That's not great.
Oh, that's supposed to be a donut in their mouth. Okay, all right. See,
So
I
it's
thought
slightly
that they
less
like had
stereotypical.
lips.
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
Oh.
That does not look like a donut to me.
Yeah.
That does
looks
not
just
look like a
intensely
donut.
problematic.
He has to do it from the side angle where it's like very clearly like in
Or like
their mouth.
animated, I bet you can like tell the
Yeah.
difference.
If you look directly at them, it looks like a lip.
Thanks, Persona. We're gonna do you better.
God, why do they keep messing up?
They love it. Anyway, so we're running, and this is not full combat.
So it becomes overcome. So the overcome stuff can be combat-y, but there are, because it basically has to go like, okay, what do we want to turn into like full-fledged all the combat shit, and then more just like you're going through stuff a little faster.
Okay.
So yeah, at this point, let's do this. So they've started already moving into, moving towards the place, and you can kind of see in between the houses. There's another truck on the opposite side, and the house itself that they're going towards is like a 3-story house. You definitely see lights on the 3rd floor.
So as we're like jogging, Rachel's like, so what are we gonna do about these guys? Oh god, I need to get into shape.
Stop them from getting at the kids, I guess.
So
Wait,
we're like gonna kill them?
or scare them off, I guess. This isn't fast enough, and I'd like to do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Spring Hill Jack does is they like jump up and like cut a like portal in the air, and then they cut a portal in the air below them with their other claw, and then they start going through each portal one to the other over and over and over and over and over again, building up speed as they do, and then they go to like cut a portal facing towards where they're going, so that the one they're about to descend into shoots them out of that portal with all of the force that that they were building up.
Incredible.
So you said you're launching yourself towards the house, or inside the house?
In the direction of the house, I think.
Did I cut out?
Oh,
Oh,
everything went robot for
Or
a second.
am I cutting out?
hello.
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 Okay.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So,
I
go ahead.
think in the direction of the house.
All right. Are you just trying to get closer?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and make an overcome.
Is it just you, or do we all get to go?
What do you mean?
Are you just going on ahead, or?
Yeah.
You're gonna like make a portal when you get there, so we can go through it to catch up.
I could do that. Yeah. Sure, I'll do that. Okay. All right. So, teleportation or momentum, but I think this is the portals is how they like teleport. And spring healed, and that's what I roll, right? And then I hit the what button do I hit? It's been 2 weeks. Oh, the thing at the top. Okay. Okay.
Oof.
And neither of them are ones. None of them are ones, so I can't re-roll them. Bother.
So
Bother.
a 2 on that one.
You can,
Yeah.
if you use both hero points, you can get a minor instead of a major twist.
Or if you just want to have it fail.
Or yeah.
Yeah, Blake hasn't been doing this for very long, so I will fail.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Blake and Spring Hill Jack screw it up a bit.
Yeah, it's good. Like if you as you go flying towards it, it's a little harder than you would think to get there. You actually smashed into the window on the second floor of like a house 2 houses down from it, and as you land, like you hit like the edge of a bed, go like ass over tea kettle, hit the ground, and there is about a 5-year-old boy just sitting there like sees you for a second, and then just starts to scream because you've just hurtled in through his window.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing when you see this happen?
Ooh, is her reaction.
That's a bad miss.
Whiff. Should we go help? I'll.
You doing good, Blake?
It'll be fine. And then, like, just keep going towards the mafia.
Okay.
Dan, you haven't done anything yet, so you can go ahead.
I'm thinking, it'd be good if we could just get them to stop and not go in.
Yeah.
And, with that, Kokabeel is going to float higher in the air, open up all of its wings to their full maximum height, and start growing very brightly, and then just not say the word stop, but just project the word stop into everybody's minds. And I'm going to try and use presence to just get the mobsters to halt in their tracks.
Okay.
So, presence. And green, so roll. No mobs. And that is a 6.
Okay. Yeah, as it kind of booms out in that one. Let's see. Let's say for until you have basically a scene to rest, the minimum thing on there is you kind of overblow it a bit. You like the powers are still relatively new, so the telepathy you've got is for this scene just reduced by a single die.
Okay.
In size as it kind of goes, and there's a moment where, like just for the stop. Some of them actually like kind of crumble and hit the ground. It doesn't look like it's all of them, but like the ones that are heading towards it from the back just sort of stop, freeze up, and hit the ground as you do that.
Huh. It worked.
I think it's like a look at you like, Jesus fuck. Because I feel like, I mean, you said everyone's, right?
Well,
Yes.
Everyone heard it. Like I think you all heard it, but like
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
going in, it struck them like that.
Yeah, I guess I haven't heard Kokabeel before, so I'm like, what the fuck?
What'd you say?
I just sort of shrug.
Why is everyone's persona but mine fucking terrifying?
Hey, mine's pretty.
You have a giant, like, pillar of ice that
Yeah, she's
doesn't move
pretty.
so much as, like, it just is.
Mhm.
That's pretty
Um,
scary.
So you said there's some of them still left?
Mm-hmm.
I would like, Ariel is going to, like, take one of my hands and, like, hold it with theirs and then, like, point both of our hands towards the cops, and we're going to try to summon some illusions of equally cartoonish, like, robbers in, like,
They're mobs.
Vice versa.
oh, they're mobsters, right? Yeah, some cartoonish, cops.
Okay.
So let's see here. Illusions, creativity, green. Nothing fancy here, so that's a 3. I'll spend my I think I'm okay with it failing.
Okay. Yeah, as you're as the cops.
Yeah, it's
cops. The cops do kind of show up, but as they do, there's some on the roof because this is on the other side. I'm assuming because that's like where the other thing has come in.
Yeah.
And there's like machine gun fire sprays them. I put Tommy gun fire sprays them from up above, and it kind of heads straight through them, and you see them kind of like and then like pop out.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to give them guns. That was too much. Wyatt says, like, shrugging.
All right, things get actually.
So, you said there was another van like pulling up, wasn't
There
there?
was a van out in front. So essentially, imagine you're on a street. It's the house is on the next street over. There's like a row of houses in between you and that one. There was one that pulled up on your side. The ones that were running towards the back, those are the ones that fell. And it was the ones in front that had gone in.
They've gone into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
All right, so right now, who do you want to hand? Or yeah, I guess who do you want to hand it off to? I think that was everybody.
I guess we get to hand
I
it off.
haven't done
Oh,
my
yeah,
thing
yeah.
yet.
Lexa, would you rather go before or after them?
Um. So there's monsters already in the house now.
Yeah, some of them had gone in from the opposite side.
So we probably want to get in there, right?
Mhm.
All right, then you go for it.
Am I built for speed? No is the answer. Unless.
Yes.
Oh, I totally know what I want to do. Um, she's gonna be like, okay, speed, quick thinking, gotta hurry. What is the best thing I can? And sort of like, I think my persona just answers by like making the like where I'm walking like ice, so I'm sliding there quickly.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh god, oh god. So let's just. And what are we on, green or yellow? Because my health is at yellow.
That means you can use yellow.
Cool. Four. We are using the mid die, yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
That's the standard unless you've got another reason someone
yeah.
would use.
Actually, seeds, but with a minor twist.
Okay. Yeah, I would say go ahead, take your min die damage.
Mid die damage. I crash in a bit too quickly.
Mm-hmm. As you kind of strike in, but you're going for inside the house.
Yeah, I want in.
All right, you have done so. You are now in the house. Yeah, so in the house, you can hear upside, like upstairs rather, this like screaming, "Mommy, mommy!" And there's, "Come out, yous! Our stuff is gonna get real bad."
Oh god. So whose turn is it now? I think we've all gone.
I already went ahead and raised it up one on the thing before.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
you're upstairs. You hear, and like, "I've got a gun! I have a gun! Get back!" You hear like from inside a room somewhere upstairs.
oh.
All right, who you handing it off to?
Oh, I'll hand it off to. Uh, yeah. Coca Beer is quite scary, so.
Um, I don't know. All I have is fire and frightening telepathy, I guess. I am, I'm trying to think, or I really want to just get up to the third floor so I can protect them. So, I think I'm gonna like try what's going to happen is, as I'm running, I'm going to have some like, oh yeah, my transformation. I have wings. I'm going to try and like, jump and fly and crash through the window into the third floor.
All right, make overcome.
I guess I'm still in. So, womp 4.
Okay. Yeah, would you like to succeed with a major twist?
It's a 4, so I
Oh, I'm
succeed
sorry,
with a minor.
with a minor twist. Yeah. So as you crash through the window, inside you see like his wife and 2 kids, including a much younger Livia. The wife's got like a shotgun she's holding, and as it comes, she screams and turns and tags you for your mid die health. So
Okay.
4 points as you come through, and she looks like shocked and terrified, not just of what you are, but what just happened as well.
Oh god, I was sent here by your husband, Owen.
All right, who you passing it to?
I'm going to pass it off to Blake.
Okay. Alright. So Blake is like. And gets up and brushes himself off and looks at Spring Hill Jack, who I imagine is like hunched over as they're back on their feet in this small child's bedroom, and then hop on Spring Hill Jack's back, cling to like the cloth and the cylinder, and it like compresses its heels lots and lots and lots, like shrinking down, and then releases it, smashing straight through the roof, high up into the air, seeking to. So tell me if this would take 2 actions or one, or I can do this in 1 action. What I'd like to do is basically have Spring Hill Jack jump and crash down into the other house, and then sort of like bounce all over the place around the mobsters, like hissing and creaking and trying to scare the absolute shit out of it, smashing through walls, not actually attacking anyone, but just having this creepy apparition with huge claws appear in front of them and be moving very, very fast.
Sounds like that works.
Alright. I'm going to use momentum and imposing. And let's roll. Okay. Does that succeed? What's that?
Yes. And do you have something with? Do you have anything that goes with max die, or is it just the min die, or mid die?
Well, seeing as this isn't an attack, no, I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, this is where sometimes your principles will come in handy.
If you use a hero point, you can get up to an 8, and you just completely succeed.
Sure, I'll use one.
Okay.
Yeah, I will use a hero point.
Yeah, so basically, like as it happens in front of you, like a hologram of the like floor plan appears, which makes it with like little heat dots where people are, which makes it a little bit easier to see like where you're going. And as you basically you're in there, and a whole bunch of the guards that are there are like scattering as you go flying through. And who are you passing it off to?
I will pass it off to Wyatt.
All right. So there's still some left upstairs, you said?
There's like some in the upper hallway.
The upper hallway.
But you also hear a crash and screaming, and you may not know who's come inside. There was definitely a shotgun firing from inside the room where you heard the kids and the wife.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm looking to see if there's anything I can do here. And we're still in green environment.
Yeah.
Bummer. Because I'm still like outside is my problem.
What's your health?
I'm at full health.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could jockey for another principle to try and get something here, but no, I think I'm running towards Ariel is dragging me towards the house, and I think tosses me up towards that room where we heard, those noises.
Mm-hmm.
And basically as I'm like crashing through the window, I'm I've got my halberd in front of me, and like from the tip, there's like this circle of light that I draw in the air that then hardens. I'm using my density control here. I'm just trying to make like a shield and hopefully just like bash in there and then protect some people.
Okay.
So bop. This is pretty acrobatic, and then basic bop. All right, there we go.
8, yeah. And, like once again, like you get there, and who else was in the room? Coco?
I am.
Yep.
Kokobia, yeah.
Yeah. As you come through, as she turns, and like you hear like a click from the shotgun, and she turned to click. She like pops it open, and a couple of the takes the shells out, and her hands are shaking as she goes. I know you said you kind of land like you're in front of the door.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get in front of like the family and like shield them from people entering, because I mistakenly assumed that like it was the mobsters shooting, or Wyatt did. But then when she has the shotgun out, I mean, I see she's not one of the mobsters. Like, hey, wait, I'm here to help. I promise.
Yeah, then you're in the hall. It's like, right, we gotta go in. Who do you hand it to?
Alexa, would you like to go before or after the mobsters?
Sure, I'll go before.
Cool.
So yeah, I want to like get up the stairs as quickly as I can, and when I see what's about to happen, I want to freeze. Either want to freeze their feet to the floor or just freeze the door so they can't get through.
Okay.
Go with. Yeah, let's just put up like a big frosty barrier in front of it. Like the door and wall just starts to freeze over.
Okay. Sounds like a I mean, just an overcome can work on there.
Yeah.
Does your principal happen to work?
I don't think my character would have a principle of like protecting people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing you want to figure out because that helps you with
Yeah.
Not only
It
that,
could be fun going opposite like that, though.
Yeah, it also tends to give you like use your max die is what a lot of them do.
I see.
You can have like a principle of ice similar to my principle of fire.
You have a principle of fire?
Yeah. It's like principle of energy. And energy is fill in, choose an energy from the power list.
You want to go with that?
Cool. Sure.
Because I think it lets you use your max die, right?
Yeah, if you're like using ice to overcome. you can roll
Okay.
with your max die.
Okay. I'm just like curious what what are like the questions for that?
What's causing your powers to go on the fritz? And what source of energy or element is currently dampening all of them?
Okay.
Minor and major.
Sure, let's go with that for now. Roll 7, and I will use a hero point
Okay.
to go get 1. So 8
And
completely
is
succeeds.
7 your max die?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm pulling up the principles real quick. See which page those are on. 144
I'm looking at
well, page 144 to 147 is the actual page in the book. I'm actually looking at the combined. I put all of them together into one PDF.
Principle of the inner demon. You have a darkness in you that you strive to keep suppressed. Well, that's not true. You don't suppress it at all.
Wow.
You have a darkness in you, and fuck it, everyone's gonna suffer. But yeah, there's a whole bunch, and the thing is, we can also if we can kind of alter some stuff if you're like, oh, this is something like this, but with another thing. I mean because I know one of you has tactician, right?
Believe?
Yeah. I said that.
Yeah, so like the principle of the tactician, we're working a little bit different in this one. It wouldn't necessarily be a flashback, but it might be something that maybe has happened that Spring-Heeled Jack has done in the past, maybe pulling from the universal subconscious or stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, that's also something we can kind of look through and figure it out. As the big barrier of ice appears in front of it, did you want to go ahead and use that for your principal? So I think
Sure.
everybody.
Yes, but I might want to edit it because, yeah, definitely by next week I'll have this planned out.
Because you have 2 principals.
Yes.
Yeah, so as it goes, which means everyone will get a hero point. And you spent the 1+1 bonus.
Yeah, so it's just a complete success.
As it kind of draws up, like the guards, sort of like the not guards, the mobsters sort of turn and goes, "Screw this!" and like start running down the steps. One of them actually leaps over the railing and kind of like crashes down into the ground below, and then just starts like hauling ass away.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
All right.
So right now you have a giant ice wall in front of the door, and you got 2 of you in there with a terrified woman and her children. And she's like fumbling, trying to like put the shotgun shells back in.
You just hear from the outside a very muffled, "Are you okay in there?"
I would say there's a weird cold coming from the door.
Ma'am, we're here to help. Are you? Please don't point the gun at us.
Like I said, we were sent by your husband, Owen. Please don't shoot me again.
So, all right,
You hear like, oh god.
Oh, go ahead.
You hear like a voice that seems to be like, coming from someone who's you know that thing where someone's like bouncing on a trampoline or is on a roller coaster and something, and their voice is vibrating. And there's also this voice seems to be moving all over the place. You hear Blake say, "Jack, stop, that's enough." And it finally stops bouncing all over the place and is somewhere in the house. And is Blake like climbs off and starts making their way towards where they hear people talking.
And then you just hear, I wasn't ready for the vomit. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so looks like one of you needs to make like a roll to kind of over, just because those 2 are terrified and you've just rushed in there.
I will try and calm them down. With just like the calming light of radiant powers to like. Can I use radiant to like calm them? Be not afraid. Sort of like angel shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that stuff would make some sense.
Okay. So I'll use Radiant and Conviction.
Chill thy ass out.
And the Lord said, calm the fuck down, please.
Lord said, be cool, bitch. Bitch, be cool. Gonna be like a couple of Fonzies.
Well, you did great.
I did great. I think I'm gonna use both of my hero points to have it succeed with a minor twist.
Okay, well, I would say, did you have them set up as a +1 or a +2 or 2+1?
You had to choose that at the beginning?
Yeah, you're supposed to choose that at the beginning of the...
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah.
Also, that hero point we just got is for next session, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
I would have done it as 2+1, so yeah, this is just gonna fail spectacularly.
Or, I mean, the thing is, otherwise it would be major twist?
Succeed with... Yeah, let's do succeed with a major twist.
Yeah, so at this point, as she screams, and the scream is incredibly loud, and suddenly you hear, like, in the background, like, an air raid siren go off, or probably more like a tornado siren going off, and then there's like a weird shift in the space, and then from up above you just hear Maureen going, "Fuck! I think he knows. I think he knows some. I think whatever the fairy is, it's got him. Probably knows someone's in here now."
Uh-oh.
Shit.
And then about that time, before she does that, and then that kind of calming light sort of hits her, and Livia just looks forward and goes, "Daddy sent you?"
Yeah, we're here to keep you safe from the bad men with the guns.
Are they gone?
Are they gone?
They seem to, like, probably hit appears in the doorway at this point. They seem to be.
Well, the door is still frozen shut, in it.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
I'm-
Blake says through the door, "They appear to be."
How do I undo this?
I'm sure you can destroy your own thing. Particularly, you're not under pressure right now. You can take a little bit of time to just kind of like melt it down or have it evaporate. Like you're able to kind of pull it back in.
Okay. Yeah, I open the door and come in. I'm like, and then I'm like waving my hand as I take my hand off the doorknob. Fuck, that's cold.
You big baby, and I just go in.
All right. Maureen, what did you say? What are we doing?
Oh, she goes, "Yeah, I'm looking center of town. We have oh shit. Yeah, center of town. We've got a haunted house like the one that we entered this in, and right now lights are on all over that damn thing. It seemed to be asleep before now. Basically, I think it means it knows we're here."
So, what's the protocol in situations like this? What's
Means
that move?
it means that he's going to be a little more prepared. Things are going to be a little more dangerous.
Do we have to go towards that place anyway?
So inside that, the Fae that's taken him over has his essence inside there. You've got it. If you have his family safe, it'll make it easier for us to actually like get Owen to fight against it. And if we can get Owen to fight against this thing, it can give us a pretty big bonus.
How do we keep them safe, though?
Well, they're safe right now at this moment. If they're hidden somewhere inside the subconscious, you've taken care of the stuff that was after them. But if one of you were to stay behind, it would basically be impossible to go through. Yes.
Okay.
So at this point, just get them hidden, and it should be good.
All right. I think I might be able to try something here. So I want to try and make like all the houses on this street look exactly like this house in the same condition it's in.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
This is gonna go great. I think this is a fair use of Principle of Mastery. Overcome in a situation where you use your powers in a new way.
Yep.
Yeah, haven't done this shit before, so I could use max die and we'll all get a hero point. Oh, good thing I did.
Eight.
Yep, that was lucky. Yeah, I think earlier, Lexa said something about like you could, or someone said they could game it and use something from their principle, but that's kind of what it's when shit's on the line. It's sort of what it's for. Yeah. So basically, and like the whole neighborhood becomes like another one after another one after another one after another one, and you actually sort of manage to loop it off. So this thing's gonna last for a while.
Yeah, I think like the way I'm doing this is like I'm doing a strange dance with Ariel, and like my halberd is drawing all these weird intricate runes in the air, and then once done, I finally like slump on the ground, and the very anime girl like holding on the pole arm, on the knees, legs back.
And I'm frowning like this is never not gonna be weird.
Did it work?
Well,
I look outside. I think so.
Did it not work?
Okay, fine. I guess I like finally stand up. I'm like, damn, I did good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
The dancing
If-
was alright.
All right. Do we want to get them into a different house then, or do we think they're good here? I mean, this should keep them busy at least.
well, there are currently vans outside this house.
Alrighty
We,
then.
like,
Actually,
move
there are
those.
vans outside all of the houses.
Oh, never
Oh
mind.
yeah.
You did dope.
Yes, I did dope. I definitely remember to include the van, so that wasn't my creepy ghost thing that helped me. I like
mean-
high five Ariel.
The creepy ghost things are us.
I
All I know is
like
that mine's chill.
look at you and frown and look up at Spring Hill Jack, and I say, I hope not.
I mean, yeah, you are a creep.
I give you a glare, and what? You're a topless angel made of ice.
She's not.
How dare you point?
So does that mean I am a literal angel then?
I mean,
This is clearly all not true. Let's just. We should. They know that we're coming, right? We should move now before they can prepare even more things to deal with us.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
All right. Blake starts formulating a plan. I don't know what that plan is because I'm not a mastermind.
But Blake will have the plan. Are we cool taking a quick bio break and then
sure.
Yes.
back to
Yeah.
it? Okay, back in a minute.
Cool.
Oh, let me.
I think Rachel's just gonna call you like Sailor Moon or something from now on. Like fucking just you made the reference. Now it's stuck forever.
Yeah, Blake really doesn't know what to make of Spring Hill Jack.
Scary, very
I
scary.
heard Sailor Moon. I'm back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Rachel's just gonna. I think Rachel's just gonna nickname you Sailor Moon from now
Oh my god. I mean, listen,
on.
it's gonna be the best.
Because Spring Hill Jack is like a sort of super intelligent, demonic, steam powered robot killing machine that has homicidal tendencies. So
Great.
Blake's kind of like, I don't know if this thing is me.
Yeah, and whereas I'm like, this thing is not me. It is like graceful and beautiful and like all these other things. This is definitely not me.
Yeah, Rachel's like, I am pretty cool.
And back.
Welcome back.
Anybody seen Lock and Key yet?
Lock and Key.
No.
New Netflix show. It's based off the comic book Lock and Key.
Oh.
By Joe Hill.
My parents have been watching it actually.
This looks scary.
Yeah, I've seen really mixed things from friends of mine on Facebook or and Twitter.
An American comic book series. Wait, you know what? I heard this as the comic.
Comic is good.
Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing good things about the comic, like years ago.
It has an ending that feels like it's cheating, but then like if you look it up, you're like, oh, he just didn't explain. Like one thing had happened far enough ago, he didn't explain it well at the end. And it was more of like not like how the whole thing ended, but it was like, oh, here's a part of the epilogue.
Like a moment that didn't feel deserved or something.
No, not that it didn't feel deserved. It totally made sense. Like, but it had been like I even read them like full graphic novels altogether, so it wasn't like I was reading them over months or years. But it was a thing that had happened. Like the solution for something that had happened came through something that had been a little bit long enough since I'd read it that I'd forgotten about it. So there's one moment like, oh, that's cheap, and then I'm like, oh, if he'd have just shown that,
Yeah.
instead of like assuming you remembered this detail from before, because it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Just in the moment, it was really confusing.
God,
I
and you.
plot summary, and I was immediately like, "Oh yeah, this is a graphic novel."
Did any of you watch or hear of Carol and Tuesday?
I have.
I have not.
What a disappointing show to watch.
Yeah,
I have
no.
thoughts and feelings that we have talked about, Colton.
Oh, I know I talked to you about them, Dan, but I have to express my misery to more than one person.
Dylan and I watched the first episode and we were already like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean,
can
it
already see
was
some glaring things.
I don't think
yeah.
I even
Well,
heard
like
of it.
I was giving it too much of a benefit of the doubt.
Mm,
And
that's fair. That's definitely fair.
it just loves to disappoint.
Like,
Um,
I don't know whether Lexa is, but I'm kind of like hypersensitive to class stuff, and there was some class stuff, and
Oh yeah,
in
those
it that I
classes
was like,
immediately.
I'm not sure I like that at all
it
remotely.
it actually nails some stuff with like xenophobia and like nationalism. Not nails is strong, but gets it good enough.
Mhm.
Like is aware of the issues. There's like forced deportations of people of color, and the camera is very focused on it for a good while. It just doesn't know how to do anything else, and
Go
yeah,
ahead. You go ahead.
it just fumbles everything you could possibly fumble.
Yeah. My thing was, well, mine and other things was when like she chastised like a kid for stealing an apple,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, that's,
immediately
like,
went and broke the law herself.
Immediate introduction of the
that was
character.
just more like a personality thing for her
Yeah, and
versus
yeah,
like a thematic thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the character is now because I don't know
was
which
Carol.
one they were. But yeah, Carol. The introduction scene of her character was her stopping, like hitting a kid for eating an apple and saying like,
go get a job.
yeah, go get a job.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, nah, she's a piece of shit sometimes. But yeah, no, the show is not smart and will not live up to anything.
And
Don't
what is this on?
Netflix. It was an anime that was popular because it there was like a short like music video basically
Yeah, music.
of a song from this what would become this show, and it has a really famous anime director attached to it.
Cowboy Bebop. Guy.
People,
Cowboy
right?
Bebop. And
Yeah.
and what,
Apparently, it's
Samurai
set in the
Champloo,
same
right?
universe.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's set in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's astounding. Yeah, Samurai Champloo. Kids on the Slope? What? Huh.
Huh.
Anyway, long
Actually,
story
I've
short. Yeah,
never
you're
Well,
seen
we're
Cowboy
playing some sort of
Bebop.
role playing game, I think. I'm not sure.
That doesn't sound like what we were doing.
That's-
Anyway,
We're playing
That's
real
my-
life.
Yeah.
that's my disappointing ending of the of the session.
I actually forgot what we were doing. Fuck.
yeah. Yeah. so
We're
you-
going to the haunted house.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, and when you sort of look across, you can see the haunted house across town, and it is like currently like lights are on all over the place. Like whatever is there is awake and aware.
So,
Cool. So we were going the opposite direction, right?
Do we
No.
know what it is that's possessed, Owen?
Oh, she
Or are
just
we
goes,
kind of
It's a
going
fae
in
of
blind?
it's a fae of some sort. Like we don't know. She goes, I have no idea what the actual name or anything about it is.
Do we just
Okay.
gotta like kill it?
Basically, if you can destroy it, then you get rid of it, which frees Owen.
Can we just burn the house down from the outside?
Isn't Owen also in there?
Yep.
Fuck. God damn!
Look.
Why can't it just be simple?
Rachel, you're the one who charged straight out of the Velvet Room as soon as we were told what was going on. So,
Tell me
suck it
no!
up and let's go.
Listen, I wasn't the one who was just like, "Oh, cool, superpowers," and ripped off their masks and revealed scary things about them. I was like, "Hey, let's stay in
I
the
took the
nice
mask
room,"
off because there
and
was
then
something covering my mouth.
and then
That's the
every
only reason I took it off.
and then everyone else was like, "Hey,
Let's
no, don't be a
go.
coward." And so,
So
Yeah,
we
I'm like, I like
as
nod to
much
Trevor. I think I just walk with Trevor. Trevor will walk with me.
she grumpily follows after.
Yeah, so like it's weird walking down the streets right now because all the streets look identical, and you keep passing like the same van that's sitting idling on the street. But like as you go towards it, like it looks like almost everyone has sort of left, like with the siren going. There's no longer anybody outside. They've all gone inside. Like you see a few people down the street as you first come out. But now that you know where that sort of haunted house was, which is easier to see up on the third floor, it's not easy. It's easy to catch glimpses of it in between. As like I said, the lights and stuff around it are blazing into life.
All right. Well, at least my guy fits in. I look up at Sprunghill Jack.
What scary movies were released in the 80s?
Oh, oh my God.
He just asked that. Like,
A lot of slasher films.
yeah, I
and
was
it's
gonna
sort
say
of a
slasher was
film
big.
heyday.
Shining.
E.T. came out in the 80s.
Not a
Why?
horror film, though. I have a friend of mine who's terrified by it.
Apparently, all the good horror came out in the 80s.
Yeah, like every slasher film was like, is you know that guy with the mask and like the knife?
Oh,
Jason.
Described.
Yeah,
wait,
Jason.
wait, is
yeah,
it Hawk?
also that's loads of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hockey
that's what
mask.
she said.
Hockey
But we
mask
got
with,
it.
like, face mask. It looks like a person.
Yeah, that's what Rachel's saying. The guy with the mask. Is that what your character's saying?
Sorry, what?
Is your character listing them? Because that's what she asked in character.
Oh, okay.
Like, who's the guy with like the mask and like the kitchen?
Jason, Michael, the guy from Scream.
Yeah, we're sure they're not going to be in there.
Look, I look up at Jacket again, and I'm like, we already have a slasher to negate theirs. He's even got a mask. Even I've got a mask. I don't have a knife though.
Yeah, yours is very creepy.
Okay, let's just keep the scary one in front then. Give your
Sure.
terrifying persona like a hesitant thumbs up.
It just like bounces,
Ugh.
but not in like a, endearing way at all. It just like turns the steel mask towards you, and there's just a little spring up. There's no expression you can read, so it doesn't otherwise move. Anyway.
I'm trying to make friends with it so it doesn't hurt me.
How do you think
Don't
that's
worry,
going
I
for
think
you?
I can stop it from doing things. I'm not sure. Alright. So are we like there?
Yeah. So as you're kind of going through and talking, you're in front of it. The thing seems to almost grow as you walk closer and closer towards it. Like you're looking way up at this like haunted house. It's got like the almost the Addams style family, like the turrets that are heading up. Everything looks like foreboding. It almost seems like it's leaning forward over you in certain respects. The door itself is kind of large and foreboding. The knockers on them are like grinning skulls.
Well, it wants us to go in through the door theoretically, so how about the second story window?
Yeah, that's
We
cool.
get you pretty good at breaking through second-story windows.
Eventually.
I am. Yeah, I get Spring-Hill Jack to like crouch down and jump on its back, and I say, "Everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay." Yeah, Jack like compressed down the legs, and so when it stops doing that, bounces up into the air and seeks to smash through the window inside.
Okay. You go like up through the window, and when you appear there, uh, you hit through. Oops, I put those on the wrong layer. Yeah, when you go through, you end up like in the room that you're in. It's large. It's got like big mirrors, kind of all over the side, and like inside the mirrors, you can see there's a woman with bloody eyes, and she's actually holding on to Owen. And Owen's like reaching out, like almost like he's trying to reach for the reach to touch the mirror from the inside of it. Help! Help!
Don't worry, we're here, and your family's safe. Blake says in a way where uh, he's like, this is a reassuring thing to say, but I'm not saying it in in the most convincing tone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I say, can someone else get up here?
Wings flap flap will float, hover, 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 hover.
Yeah, I fly in.
Okay.
And I jump up.
Oh, yeah, you're. And as you come in, the thing is, he doesn't actually seem to be able to see you. It's, help! Help! And as she's going, and she's grabbing him, and she actually looks and almost like straight through the mirror at you, like the blood sort of coming out of her eyes, almost like mascara on the thing, and she just kind of grabs him and like sucks him back, and then the form of Banach, like a if you look over all the way on the right,
Banana.
Banach
Mm.
appears on the thing, and just like this deep laugh. It's like, he is almost mine. There's no way you'll take him from me.
Almost is the important word.
As
Fuck you, Goatman.
then it fades.
Oh, it just disappears.
Well, yeah, he fades from the mirror.
Oh, you've hidden the mirror. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that means one more thing. Let me pull. God. Yeah, I gotta check. There's my mouse thing is not holding the. It's like double clicking instead of like.
Mm.
Ooh, do you have a Logitech by any chance?
I have a. Yes, I do.
Is it a wireless one?
No.
Okay. This Logitech sometimes has a double click issue.
Yeah, I have to wonder if it's maybe something got like inside the thing. I think I had that
Got
happen
gunked up a little bit.
before.
Yeah.
Yum.
So we'll see. So in that case, whoa. Let me do this. I will just use the park to represent the environment. You hear from below now. So a couple things like I've put in like the kind of stuff that you'll have to do to actually free him. Now, if you free Owen, he essentially become a minion. Or he becomes a number of minions, or he becomes a D8 minion that can actually give a +1 to boost or hinder. So if you manage to kind of break Owen out, he'll be useful in the battle.
Okay.
But to begin with, you hear below you essentially a whole bunch of. Add turn. You hear below you essentially a whole bunch of people running upstairs. And why don't we begin? Let me get rid of some of these. Yeah, so in this case, who would like to go first?
So at this point, we just hear people running up the stairs,
Yep.
and we're in a room with mirrors in it, but there's nothing in the mirrors.
Not right now.
Okay. Not me.
I mean, if I'll go first, I'm gonna be real. I'm just gonna apply my persistent buff. Like that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I would like try to like. Where direction are they going to come from? The door we came through.
No, you went through the window, so like it's a door that's
Oh.
sort of further in. Or it's basically the door into it. You can hear them coming upstairs. It looks like whatever it is working on making its way to where y'all are.
Could I block off the door like I did with the previous one?
Possibly. It sounds like, however, having Colton go first with the persistent buff is maybe not a bad idea.
Yeah, do it.
All right, cool. Yeah. So is this like when we're talking haunted house? This is like lit by candles.
Candles are sort of like the flickering lights and stuff.
Perfect. All right. Let's see. Density control. Creativity. Please, for love of God. Yes. Whoo. That's all right. So, because I don't have like light powers, I have density control. The room actually gets a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm condensing the light around my halberd. The like head of it sort of like, not melts, but like crumbles into stardust and then reforms as like solid light, and like my clothes get like weird and glowy.
Okay.
And my hair does the anime hair thing of like flapping up for no reason.
Okay, so is that the persistent buff?
Yeah, that's my persistent buff.
Does that hit everybody or just you?
Just me.
All right, so do you?
That's why it's a green.
Yeah, what die do you use for it?
Mid.
Mid. All right, so the 6 means you have a plus 2.
Yes.
So that'll be.
Love it.
For Wyatt, let me get rid of this. I thought, yeah, for some reason I was thinking that was a full over.
Oh no! It's green.
Okay.
It's not too wild.
If you wanna put in the text thing there to show what that one is, that'll be cool. Just to let you know that it's a boost from your,
text.
whatever you want to call it.
I've never done GM tools here.
Oh, I think all you got to do is where the eye is on the side.
Okay, yeah, I got it. And then I'm gonna pass it off to Rachel.
Cool. She's gonna try and freeze the door because keeping the enemies away from her seems to be something she enjoys. 6.
Wait, so
7 isn't the good one, right?
well, see, the thing is, if you freeze the door, you're trapping yourselves in the room.
Well, she thinks bad enemies are coming from outside the room in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her thought of.
Yeah, I was saying, if you do that, you will trap yourself in the room.
Rachel's a little dumb. We can get out through the window, right? But yeah, no, she's.
Don't worry, Spring Hill Jack is experienced at smashing through walls.
Yeah, she's definitely blocking.
If Springfield
off
Jack
whoever's
can't
trying to get in.
teleport through a wall, they just smash it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, I mean,
Yep.
the thing is that really all that? I mean, it wouldn't necessarily even work as a hinder because it just hinders them doing a single thing. So yeah, if you want to say you're now trapped in the room.
Question: there's no one else in the room apart from like the big boss left, right?
Yeah, he was in the mirror briefly along with the mirror demon and Owen, and then left.
Yeah, then that's what she's gonna do. I don't think she would think of anything else to do because she doesn't have like buffs or anything.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, so she puts it up, and suddenly you are all like this wall of ice goes up, and you are all trapped in the room.
Okay, that should keep them out, right?
Rachel, we need to go
Rachel.
find them.
But can't you hear the people trying to get in?
Who are you passing it off to?
Who's Fireboy? Cocobeel. Actually, what is like Cocobeel the persona's gender?
I will. You,
Pronouns.
Kokabeel is genderless.
you know what?
Okay.
You know what I might suggest?
Yeah.
Possibly passing it off to one of them because then they have to try to overcome the thing that you've put up.
Sure. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. So if you pass it off to one of the villains.
Yeah. And she's just being like, now the villains can't get to us, and that's fine.
Right now
Rachel.
it's just Shifty Eddie, the lieutenant, and the minion or the mobsters. So who do you want to pass it off to?
Shifty Eddie. Let's get Shifty Eddie.
All right. So Shifty Eddie goes. I tell you, guys, get ready to get in there. 8, and it succeeds completely. It shatters down the wall, and just all of it falls in, and you see that there's a number of mobsters on the other side.
Oh no.
At which point, I'll actually, in this case, instead of passing out, because I suggested one, so it gives everyone else more options instead of just dealing with what you've done. Mm-hmm. It does take out one of their actions. I'm gonna have him pass it off to Kokabeel.
Cool.
So they're standing outside the door then?
Yeah, a bunch of them have rushed up that way. And also remember, one thing you can do is you're using your powers or other abilities. I've got the checkboxes right underneath Shifty Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things you can do to release Owen. These are overcomes.
Okay. I am going to try and use Principle of Whispers to just have Kokabeel tell me where they took Owen. Okay. Just sort of slap his location into my mind.
All right.
Normal things.
Normal things.
Yeah.
Cool things.
Go ahead and make an overcome. Use your max die.
Yep, so that'll be radiant, unknowable, and still so. Womp. Womp. 8.
Oh, damn. Good on you, son.
Jesus.
Good thing for that principle. Everyone also gets a hero point.
God, we're gonna be fucking stacked.
Yeah, five is the max hero points, but you are. It's kind of expected. There's a pretty good chance you can get to 5 each game by doing stuff. Yeah, so you're and the whispers and so you're doing the overcome there. So I think what we can do here is it'll also tell you how to wake them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it sort of stops and goes. The Fae run deep. The places they keep them close to the soil. Look to the basement. Look to the basement. He's awake. And
we gotta go down.
Yeah, there's a moment you just kind of hear Owen's voice go, wait, where? What the hell? What? And before it sort of fades out for a moment. So he's in the basement.
I just sort of my head snaps up and I say out loud, he's in the basement.
Who do you want to pass it off to?
I will pass it off to Spring Heel Jack.
Okie dokie. Alright. So yeah. Spring Hill Jack and Blake look towards the door that has been mostly shredded by gunfire.
Mm-hmm.
And through those gaps into the hallway, and we get the black and white of them visualizing what they're about to do as they calculate the motions they'll need in order to move through this area and build up towards an attack past the enemies. basically they release their heels and smash straight through the door, and then basically bounce in between the enemies, not hitting, not trying to hit any of them, but trying to get to the end of the corridor where they can press themselves against the back wall and then use that momentum in order to rush forwards and eviscerate them. So what I'm doing is
You're playing speedball.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
this is
I'm
except if speedball was like terrifying.
I'm using I'm not sure whether this is the actual name of the ability or it's the fake name I gave it. Execute sequence.
Okay.
And we'll roll.
Hoping for doubles, huh?
Yeah, doubles.
Okay.
Damn.
What's the doubles let you do?
Okay. Doubles. I can also attack using my mid die.
Nice. Now, what was the thing you were doing before? It was
I was boosting myself.
Oh, awesome.
So I'm not. Wasn't intending to attack this round. But I am attack. I guess no. I guess what's happening is as I'm bouncing past them and in between them, I do actually attack one of them slightly, although it seems for not much.
Well, the thing is, so if it's one of the minions, for example, so I have them roll. Okay, so they rolled a 6, which means it's not destroyed, but one of them. Again, let me just double check that real quick. I think he becomes a 4. Are the minion stuff on here? So let me just do a real quick double check because I think the minions get reduced. Yeah, minions and lieutenants. When attack a minion, you roll its die of minion save. If it's higher than the minion's result, it's removed from play. If the damage is higher than the minion's result, it's removed from play. Otherwise, it reduces by size. Yeah. So you've turned one of those d6s into a d4.
Okay.
As basically, if you go through, you hit him and like slice, like it gives like a scar across his face.
And I have boosted myself for my next move.
Okay, so it was a 5.
Yeah.
So that gives you a plus 2. If you want, you can go ahead and write whatever you want to call that boost.
Okie dokie.
And who do you want to pass it off to?
I will pass it off to Marzana, I think. They're the only person who hasn't gone, or is it a new round? I'm not sure.
Is it?
Oh,
I
no,
think it's a new.
No, because
Didn't the
remember,
monster-
you also have the now right now the Mirror Demon and Bananach are not there, but you do have the mobsters have yet to go, as well as the sort of haunted house has yet to go. So the park in this case.
Okay.
So if you look on the turn order, what I'm going to do is actually let me go ahead and remove right now. I'll put them in if I need them. I put the little bar there to be like everything below that is something that has already gone.
Oh.
Okay.
Michael Jack's on there twice. Oh, let me see. Yeah, a couple of you were on there twice. I thought it was pretty long. Oh shit! Yeah, that just leaves the park and the mobsters.
Cool.
Okay. Sure. I'll let the mobsters react to me dancing around them.
All right. So what's going to happen? The one that you hit turns and starts to he lays down fire for a boost. This is a boost for someone else to attack you. 1. So it's a plus. He'll have a +1. One of the other minions fires at you. Now they have a +1 to attack. Oh shit! He hits you for he basically hits you for 7.
Okie dokie. So that's just 7 straight damage.
Yep. And inside, we have another one that lays down a little bit of cover fire. Who would have been most impressive with what they did inside? I think it was Wyatt. Wyatt boosted himself. Kokabeel essentially, found out where he was. So Marizana, you're gonna get a boost against you, which is that's a boost of 3.
Oof.
Or a boost of 2 rather, but they already have a +1. Yeah, you get struck for 4 points of damage. As there's like a covering fire, and the other one just and it hits you with the gun, and then so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other 2 people in the room. We're gonna start with Kokabeel. You get attacked for 4 or 5 rather.
Okay.
I forgot to add the +1.
Okay.
And then Wyatt, you get hit for 2.
All right.
Now they're going to pass it off to the environment. The first thing that's going to happen is the turn is going to go ahead 1, and I'm waiting for it to roll the dice. Okay, and we're actually going to have it move it forward another one as things start to get a little more dangerous. It's like the whole thing, like the actual mirrors inside seem to pulse a bit, and then we're gonna have it pass it off to Shifty Eddie. So Shifty Eddie actually reaches out, slaps one of the being near him by the ear. It's like, get your shit together, and he is gonna give all of them a boost. For a +2 when they go. And then, since Kokabeel didn't seem to do anything as far as they're concerned, I'm going to pass it back off to Kokabeel.
Okay. I am going to try and guess I'm just gonna shoot a fireball at all the mobsters.
Okay.
Attack multiple enemies using fire, take damage equal to my max. That will be fire, ranged combat. I am now in yellow, so fun. Submit.
Holy shit. So how much damage do you do?
I deal 5 and I take 12.
Oh.
Okay, so let's just go through the mobsters. Yeah, as that strikes and destroys it, roll actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2 of those become a D4. And the rest are taken out.
Whew.
And I scream in pain as I am, like, sort of immolated by Kokabeel.
What are you down to now?
I'm at 8. I'm in the red.
Oh shit!
Which is what I want, because in the red I have a D10.
God.
Oh my god.
And at that point, all of my fire will heal me.
Okay. Shit, yeah, son. Awesome.
Yeah, I want to hurt myself.
All right, who do you want to pass that shit off to?
I'm gonna give it over to Wyatt, I think.
Okay. So just the lieutenant is left?
Well, no, there's 2 mobsters. There's a lieutenant right now.
Oh, okay.
And you also have the ability to kind of bring Owen back.
Yeah.
Because we know he's in the basement, because I just said out loud the previous turn that he's in the basement without explaining myself at all.
This seems fine to me. I'm going to so now that I've powered up, Ariel helps me pick up the halberd and in this strange maneuvering dance try and slash the lieutenant.
Okay.
And move past him and continue and like just zoom down to the basement in this strange dance that lets us move faster than we should. I'm using one of my abilities here, Shall We Dance. I attack, use finesse, and I get to do one of the following: remove a physical bonus or penalty, hinder a target using your min die, or maneuver to a new location in your environment.
Nice.
So I'm going to maneuver all the way to the basement with this. All right. Attack using finesse. This feels like signature weaponry, unfortunately. Oh, and I get +2, but we determined that the mods here are not accurate, so we just add 2 afterwards. All right, my mid die is a 6.
Okay. Yeah, I think the 2 just adds it to the end, but it doesn't actually change the dice themselves. Okay, so and this was what was it again? An attack or an overcome?
Attack against the lieutenant, and then I get to maneuver to a new location in the environment.
Okay. And you said this is sort of as you fly past him.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom! You hit him, and kind of knocks him against one of the railing. There's a moment it looks like he's almost going to fall over before he rights himself. And as you kind of hit the ground floor, and then are able to kind of right through a doorway down these like the kind of steps where someone could actually reach through and grab your ankle while you're going down, and to an earthen floor. And yeah, you are now down there. Who goes next?
Spring Heel Jack.
Oh, speaking of which, Spring Hill Jack. I was trying to find a sound that a machine makes that sounds like laughing to express what the only sound that Spring Hill Jack makes.
Oh, nice.
But instead, I found this that will compensate for now is equally disturbing. Anyway, so Spring Hill Jack. Yeah. So what is the condition of the things in the hallway? By the way.
You have 2 wounded mobsters and a shifty Eddie who has been greatly reduced.
Okay. I think that so it's yeah, it was in the position of like horizontal, heels compressed against the wall, about to release this pressure, and it does that to surge forward, attacking using momentum. Using Spring Hill Blur to basically like use all that pressure to move faster than anyone can see and slash through Shifty Eddie. Sure.
All right.
So momentum, close combat, and roll. Okay.
Damn, and you get +2, so that's
oh shit!
Yeah, and I get +2.
Damn.
So I use my oh, it doesn't say I use my max die, so I use my min die, which is 9.
Which it can't roll higher than anyway.
Mid die.
Yeah, he's at a D4 now because he can't roll. He definitely can't roll higher than that on a 6.
And I also defend myself using my min die, which is 8. So how much
It's
does
10.
that get me?
It's 10.
Oh, 10. So how much does that get me?
Oh yeah, defend just means that next time you take damage, when you next lose health before your next turn, reduce the amount by your defend result. So essentially, you will not take 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
It lasts for just this one turn until your next one. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I basically the blur sort of like disappears through this person, and Spring Hill Jack like lands and sort of skids, and then there's the like pause, and then lots of blood splatter, and as yeah, I guess the defend is like maybe they're still like bouncing and using this momentum that's ongoing to make them hard to hit, and that's the defending. But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. Who do you want to pass it off to?
Meanwhile, of course, this is the sound that Spring Hill Jack is making. I will pass it off to Marzana.
Yeah, give me that, Rachel. Yeah, she doesn't like being shot. So she's gonna get angry. Look at the say the mobster that shot at her, and she's gonna reach out. That mobster's just going to freeze over and explode, and that it's gonna second hit the other mobster. So I just
Right, you
roll.
just get to blow people up.
Yeah.
God.
So it does 4 to the mobster to the other mobster.
Okay, yeah, nothing. So blows one. Hits it. Yeah, the both of them. As it kind of blows up the other one, the other minion just gets sort of taken out, leaving just poor little Eddie down there, which means really only the park to send it back to, or
Yes.
that haunted house itself.
Yeah, I'll send it to the park then.
So it. Yeah, there's a moment where the floor and then the floor and the earth down there seem to almost run a little strangely. So everyone is going to have currently a -1, and I will put some text with that for strange gooey ground. Because currently everything starts to sort of run a bit, which is hindering y'all, but not the master of the domain. So this will only be for the first, for one action. You're hindered at a -1. It, however, I think is your speedball +2 is now gone.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, most of those just last for a single action unless you have persistent. It, however, because now in the basement you hear a also yeah, it's going to go into yellow.
Mm.
You hear a. You actually in this one to make it. Let me do one thing. I'm gonna actually remove this one. Let's bring up because now you've got the actual slightly longer tracker. Oh yeah, we'll go into the tracker. It'll actually still be green for one turn. Or rather, it goes into the yellow. Yeah, it's green for right now. So now that you've got Bananach, from downstairs, you look up, it passes it off to Bananach, and he just. You found your way to him faster than I thought. It's not going to help you. And then around you, you're there. Owen is kind of terrified and on the ground there, and from the ground itself rises up out from a mirror that's down there, this female demon steps out, and another shifty Eddie and 2 more mobsters
God.
end up making their way up out of the ground. You also have Bananach down there, and right now you are the only one down there by yourself. So the fun thing, after he's gone, so his thing is one thing he can do is replenish the villain's minion squad up to the number of heroes.
God. Shit.
And he is going to pass it off to... Oh, well, let's go to Wyatt, since you're down there.
Alright.
And Owen's also down there. But he's terrified and needs to be, brought out before you can use him as a minion.
Yeah. I don't have any I mean, I could just do a preemptive defend, I guess. To get Owen to help would be an overcome sort of thing, right?
Yep. What you do is basically convince him his family is safe, and once you've done that, it's essentially disrupting the power Bananach has over him, and then at that point you would be able to use him as a D8 minion that can boost or hinder.
Okay. Don't think I can do all that on my own. So I think instead what I'm going to do is Wyatt immediately realizes that they're in over their head. And is like, oh fuck. And Ariel very quickly like darts towards the new Shifty Eddie and rakes him with its fingers and tries to replenish its starlight a little bit. I'm using this yellow move, downbeat, boost myself using absorption, use my max die, and I hinder a nearby opponent with my min die. Would love to have AoE. May have made a mistake. That's fine. So that with a +2 is a 9. Oh wait, no, I boosted my max die, so that's a 10 boost.
And for a boost for you,
Yeah, 10 boost for me.
that is a +3.
All right.
It's technically a 9 because you also have a -1.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So it's a +3 still. Okay. And then I hinder with my min, so that's a 6 hinder. So -2 hinder to Shifty Eddie.
Okay.
I will pass it on. Oh, go ahead.
Did Shifty Eddie survive?
I think there's the one Shifty Eddie upstairs still, or did Cameron? Did you attack? You attacked the mobsters got destroyed, but Shifty Eddie was brought down to a D4.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's still a Shifty Eddie upstairs and another one downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at Shifty Eddie too. Does anyone have a strong feeling about like going next? Like they know exactly what they want to do or something? Because otherwise, my thought is I pass it off to Springheel Jack, the character who can teleport.
Okay. All right.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to like tell you what to do. I'm just like thinking in my mind, like.
All right. Mr. GM, can you give me a spatial picture of what's going on right now with me relative to other things?
Okay, so right now, you've got basically just Shifty Eddie upstairs. He's been hurt pretty badly. However, downstairs you have like probably about down 2 flights of steps. You have the doorway that that Wyatt had basically sprung through and is now down in the basement. In the basement, a number of mobsters, another Shifty Eddie, and a demon have been raised up, and Bananach is also down there.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, see, I'm not sure what the, like, limitations would be on my teleportation. This is all sorts of, like, things that, I think what I'm trying to do is get down there. And I might do that. Okay, so
You could all because you have you have teleport, right?
Yeah.
You could also work that into an action, like another thing, because like you got the teleport, which means you don't necessarily have to take a time to reach someplace.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me have a. Yes. Let me have a look at something quickly. All right. All right. Okay. So. I'm gonna say some dumb shit. Okay. You tell me whether this is
All for dumb shit.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
cool. All right. So, what I think I'm trying to use principle of tactician, and what I'm thinking is that when Spring Hill Jack like started doing the bouncing all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
what they were doing, as they were doing that, as they were hitting like every surface and all that sort of thing, they were sort of like echolocating in order to work out where the thing is, because they have like absorption and understanding of like momentum and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, to
Oh
be able
my
to get like a
God.
spatial picture of where the thing is. So they're just trying to like just snap straight there. Now they have a picture of where this basement is. They've been told where it is. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Fuck
And
yeah.
yeah, principal tactician is a thing where you can overcome when you flash back to how you prepared for this exact situation.
And what
Yeah.
is the overcome to do?
Get down there, pretty much.
Do
Or
you?
would that be
Well, I would say the thing is, with your teleportation, you could get down there and marry it to another thing. The
okay?
tactician, you might be able to also come up with something like, if you use it to help kind of move Owen towards closer to being awake. It could also
Um,
be used to do another thing.
are we in yellow?
We're not in yellow yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
No, I put out the other marker because otherwise, starting with the big boss, because they have a lot of health. So I
What
I
if
switched
our
the
health is
trackers.
in yellow?
Oh shoot. Well, I used the yellow move back
That's
then,
fine.
so
Don't worry about it.
If
All right.
if our health is in yellow, does that mean
Yes,
we personally start in yellow?
yeah, if your health is yellow or red, like whatever your health is, you can use that, and the scene basically like your health overcomes, like if it's higher than the where the scene is, you can use that. Otherwise, like when the scene goes to yellow or red, that's when you can go there if your health is higher.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
basically, someone could be using red before anyone else.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'll be using red.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Owen's awake, right?
Yeah, he's awake. He's terrified.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Spring Hill Jack can do anything to not make him less scared. So I guess I'm gonna just try and.
Yeah. Well, I will
Um,
say the tactician could mean that you would take like you would make it a video message or you taking pictures or something that you might be able to show him, so that like there are some things on there because we're using this sort of like comic book time stuff where people definitely talk and do more things during an action than they
Yeah.
should otherwise be able to do.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess maybe when Spring Hill Jack just lands in the place, we also flash back to when Blake had it like capture an image of when the family looked the most safe, and it just, I guess, projects it in a way that looks as least demonic as they can possibly do it. Um, as like an image for um Owen to see.
Okay. So go ahead and make a roll for overcome to get him to see that convince his family is safe.
Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I use my max die, fortunately.
Okay. And you have a -1 because of the strange gooey ground.
That's a bother. Yeah.
Okay.
So that, yeah, it's just action succeeds, but with a minor twist.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so that one is going to end up succeeding, but with that minor twist. Oh my god. Why am I sneezing? Yeah, let's say like so as it happens, as you kind of come in, you're not necessarily quite paying attention. As you come in, as you get it, I'm going to go ahead and hinder you with your max die. which gives you a -2, and I will put distracted there for the twist.
Okay. -2 to what?
Oh, it just a -2 to your next action.
Okay.
It
All right.
just it just becomes a hinder.
Okie dokie.
All right, he is now like as he kind of looks at it, like, oh my god, you got to them. They're okay. They're okay. And then Bunanak, this like large rumble goes through. Who are you passing it off to?
So Wyatt just arrived. I'll pass it off to Kokobeel.
Okay. Now that I'm red, I realized I actually did change an action, and I completely forgot about it. I decided I didn't need another big fire hit, and I had with telepathy, I had a psychic, so I got impossible knowledge. At the start of your turn, change any penalty into a bonus.
Okay.
So, I am going to change... I think I'm going to change the distracted -2 into a +2.
All right, is that just for you, or is that for anybody?
It in the book it just says one sec. Psychic. Impossible knowledge at the start of your turn, change any penalty into a bonus.
And it's innate, so it doesn't take up an action.
Mm-hmm. It just triggers at the beginning of my turn when I'm in the red.
Yeah, that I'm gonna think though that's gonna be for you, not for other people.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because otherwise it becomes a thing for you, which is great, but also you're always able to do that for other folks. Would be more than innate, because that's innate means it should work for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I will change my -1 into a +1.
All right. Yeah, so suddenly like you just have this knowledge of how the strange gooey ground works in a way that you didn't a moment before, so that's now a +1. What do you want to do?
Unlike Spring Hill, can I get there and then do an action, or will it take an action for me to get to the basement?
It'll probably take an action to get to the basement. I mean, you still do have the Shifty Eddy up there, unless I mean, what do you have powers of flight or other stuff?
I do have flight.
Yeah, you could use that to get down there because we're not like superheroes move quick all the time.
Before I go, I look to Rachel. Do you think you can finish off this guy, or do you want?
The Freddy, yeah.
The
I
last...
think she has a grin on her face and says, "I will deal with him."
Cool. Then I'm going to quick fly down to the basement, and then I'm going to use Star's Blessing, which is booster hinder using Radiant, and apply that bonus to multiple close targets.
Okay.
So I am going to hinder all of the enemies that you will let me.
I think definitely down there, the mobsters and Shifty Eddy are all close.
Okay. Then yeah, I will hinder them.
Okay.
Radiant. I am in red now, and I have a +1. So 6.
All right, 6 is a +2, or hinder -2. So yeah, so for the ones downstairs, and how does it hinder them? What, like the radiance is like just way too bright?
Yeah, it's the wings open slightly, and it just gets so bright that it starts to blind them.
Yeah. Damn it! Now, who do you want to pass it off to?
I will pass it off to the mobsters, I think.
Okay. So in this case, the mobsters are the two of them as you pop down there. The ones that look most dangerous is you. You're gonna get a 1d6. It's going to be -1 because they have a +1 to attack. As the machine gun fire rings out, you'll take 3 points of damage, and the other one was Wyatt, who was down there first. I think you've got a shield going on too. So you take 0 as they're unable to see real well, and then the machine gun fire just hits around you, Wyatt, without actually hitting you.
Yay!
So I take 3 points of damage.
Yes. Yeah. That would be Kokobeel who did the whole.
Oh.
Blinding.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Fired basically into the light. You got hit some. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. The mobster's -2. You take 2 points. Oh, they have a +1 because they're +1 attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that goes their hinder. The mobsters are going to pass it off to Marzana.
Basically, she's staring at this guy, who she's really pissed at, and just like giant balls of ice just sort of like form in the middle of the air, and rather than cold damage, they're just gonna get flung at him and just use their weight to just smash him.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get to use my max die if it's just an attack. So let's do that. I'm still in yellow. A 10.
And you said that was to do what again?
Just a big attack, like
On
just
that,
hits him.
on that Shifty Eddie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's. and the same thing. Do you go like? Are you rushing down the steps or something when this happens, or like flying down?
Could the giant balls of ice make a hole I can jump down?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, basically just like down, and you're leaping your way down towards the bottom. Who
Cool.
are you passing it off to? Shifty Eddie or the park?
Oh God. Wait, which shift is this?
This is the one in the
badass?
This is one in the basement.
I guess I'll do it to the park.
Okay. So, park itself, it's going. First thing that happens is its environment is it's going to move into the yellow. Okay, and I think for it, it's going to end up. Yeah, it's at this point is there's like a brief boost of light through the entire place, and then like the whole thing seems to breathe a bit, and somewhere upstairs you hear a door slam open. It's going to move it on to the Shifty Eddie lieutenant that's still up there. He's like, all right, you sons of a bitch, we ain't going to take this anymore. Get him, guys! With a 2, which is so he is essentially giving a +1 to the mobsters. So both of those -2s are gone, so he rolled with a -4. He has boosted them. And he then is going to pass everything else off to Benanach. Benanach at this point is like, I've had enough of people like you. And this hand comes forward, this explosion of electricity, like basically flares out from him. So what's going to happen is he's going to attack multiple targets using his electricity, use the minimum die, but it hinders each target with the maximum die. If one of those rolls doubles on their next turn, take damage equal to the penalty.
Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So the 3 people who are down in the basement right now, I think Marzana has probably just reached that area. You'll each take 5 points of damage. There is, however, going to be a -3 hinder from like just like the burning of Oh, and this one also is gone. Distracted. Have the distracted already taken effect?
No.
Okay, and I think the. Did you use the +3 Wyatt, or did that take place after?
That has not. I have not gotten to roll with +3 yet.
Okay, so yeah, you've got a -3 on there. So basically, I mean, we can just do this. You have a total of a +2.
Yeah, it just cancels out to my +2.
Yeah. So as that sort of hits. So right now, as it kind of struck everybody, and I think Bananaka.
I'm going to
pass
use
it off
hit.
to Wyatt.
I'm going to try and defend and activate a minor twist so that I don't die.
Okay.
Sorry, I can also defend someone here.
Oh,
as a
I'm at
reaction.
5 health, so I would love to not take 5 damage.
Yeah, let me. So in yellow, I can roll my single illusions die as a reaction, echo image, to defend them. So I get to roll 1d8. Well,
Hey.
That would it mean you would take 4 points of damage. But did you still want to do the minor twist?
oh wait, is that boosted though?
Oh wait, that's +2. So that's
So 4.
I should take 1 then, right?
Yeah. So,
This is a 4 defend.
Oh yeah, defend is just the amount. Yeah, so you take just a single point of damage.
Cool. Thank you for defending me.
You're welcome. And what that looks like is like as I see the lightning coming out, like I create a copy of you in Kokabeel, and most of the lightning hits them instead.
Cool. Love it.
Are you able to defend multiple targets or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay. All right. He will pass it off to Wyatt.
All right. What's left on this? On getting our old friend to give us some bonuses here. Just like convince him that we're gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then what I'm going to do here is, how should I describe this?
I didn't put the mirror demon there. I'm not actually going to add her because part of it's like getting a feel for how the system works. It ends up being a lot if it's 2 lieutenants and several.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so, I totally forgot about her.
Yeah, because I forgot to put her on the turn order, but also I'm like, if she's also attacking, because it was like one thing straight to the next one, that's probably a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, as it is now, it's a lot. You didn't have a chance to heal in between. Actually, you went from. Yeah, you actually would have had some time to recover. Shit. So yeah, you would have. Everyone would have had time to recover between while you're walking over.
I was at max.
I was not at max.
So you would have gone up 1. So if you want to look at like where you were, do you remember where you were before you got to the house?
Yes, I was exactly at 21.
Okay, so basically, like you'd have healed up to the maximum of the next level. So each of you can kind of figure out, because like otherwise going straight into another, like this is a system not designed to have you go straight from fight to fight like that. But well, particularly if that next fight is the boss fight, because that's a whole lot. That's too much.
Cool.
Was there a fight before this one?
There was the one
the
at the
Mafia
house.
boys. Yeah.
I don't think they did any damage.
Or rather, it was.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, was there that or?
It was before sessions as well.
Yeah, the one
basically
before,
last session I got.
Yeah, so the damage you took last session, and then between here and there, you would have had a little bit of time to heal. So yeah, you would have brought it up. Cool. Yeah, otherwise, because you're down to like almost no health real early.
Well, that's because Trevor blew himself up.
No, that's shit. That's true.
Yeah, you were at full health, right, Dan?
I was not quite at full health.
Okay.
So I would have been not in the red technically, so I would have had the -1, but my hinder roll would have been exactly the same.
Okay.
So I am at 8 right now.
Yeah, so your big thing is you're going to do some fire stuff that damages you to heal you.
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. It's what makes Absolute Zero like really sort of shit in the card game, but apparently makes him kind of awesome in the role-playing game.
All right, so what I'm doing here is Ariel and I are basically like jumping around the room. Like Ariel's like throwing me and then catching me again, and I'm etching like these glowing runes suspended in the air that are kind of like encircling where is his name? Bonanak.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm doing this, I'm like, oh dude, come on, like, we got this, but we need your help. Like, we can do this. We can do this. And I'm going to be using Harmonize, Attack, or Overcome using Acrobatics, boost myself using my Min die. So here we go. Acrobatics. We're in yellow. Ding, ding. And what's this say? Okay, it's just mid, and then I boost with my min. So that is a 7 with my boost to overcome.
Plus
do I have
2 for your persistent, right?
No, the it's 5. So it's the mid die 5 plus 2 7 for the overcome.
I thought you said, oh, you boost yourself with your min. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm actually going to spend my last unspent hero point to just get a full success on this overcome.
Okay, and then overcome is to what? Get Owen
like
closer?
get his head, like get Owen. You said like we have to convince him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Also realizing how this stuff works, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one be the one that turns him over.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's like, it's with all the other stuff going on, that's a little too much. So yeah, so this is that sort of getting used to it. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw Owen onto. Oh, let's actually do all players. I'm gonna throw him onto the thing. He can. So yeah, at that point, as he breaks free, there's a moment. It's like, and he kind of like takes a moment and just. You don't have control of me anymore. And he can do, like, he's one that you all can take the control of. He gets a +1 to boost or hinder, but you can also have him attack or defend or do any of the other ones.
Cool. And I also get another +2 boost.
All right.
Please pass to me so I can heal myself.
Okay.
Please.
I passed the Cocobeel.
Okay.
I am going to blast all of the mobsters, and if Shifty Eddie is close enough, him as well with
Yeah, they're all pretty close together because he's been boosting them.
Cool. So yeah, I am going to attack multiple enemies using fire, take damage equal to my max die.
Okay. Like roll max dice really high.
That's the hope, because I will heal for that much and then also boost with that number.
Yep.
What?
What
Yep.
the fuck?
Improved immunity.
Hacks.
Also, my -3 is going to be a +3.
Yeah, that's wild.
So yeah, let's
I mean, that is a red, I guess.
let's roll some hopefully high numbers.
Son of a.
And you're at -3, right?
I'm at +3.
Oh, you're at
I
+3.
turned my -3 into a +3.
Right.
Okay, I'll just remove that.
So
And
I'll
what is
deal
it?
6 to everyone, and heal myself for 8, and get a, I guess another +3 boost.
Okay. So that means one of the mobsters is at a D4. Eddie, Shifty Eddie goes to a D8. One thing that can be useful to know is Bonanak. There's certain villains, and Bonanak is one of them, that his status die, like the die he gets from like essentially like the green, yellow, and red for y'all, his depends on how many minions he has out and around. So the less minions he has, the less powerful he is.
Good to know.
So you have a +3 on your boost. All right.
And then I will.
And you also healed some?
Yes, I'm back in the yellow. I'm at 16 now.
Cool. Who you passing off to?
I will pass it to.
Jack is waiting.
I think we should maybe let the mobsters go so that they don't all go at the end of the turn order and then all go again. So I'll pass it off to the mobsters.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so as far as this one goes, the one that looks like it's the most trouble right now is Kokobeel. And they, like, the one guy that's left is firing on you for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Mobsters are going to pass it to Shifty Eddie. And then Shifty Eddie is going to attack. Like Wyatt's been doing a whole bunch of shit down there.
Maybe.
So, yeah, he's like, "You son of a bitch!" Like, fires at you for 4 points.
All right. Oh, wait. I have a thing here. When I would be dealt damage, roll d6 while in yellow. Reduce the damage taken by that value.
All right.
Oh, wait. I get one reaction per round, right?
Yeah, one reaction per round.
Bonoct acted at the end of last round, right?
No,
he
Bonoct
was
was
at
the beginning of this round.
Okay, then I actually can't do that. Never mind.
Okay.
So 4 damage.
And I think he's going to pass it off to the park. No, not to the park. He'll pass it off to Owen. What do you want Owen to do?
Hinder.
What
Bonoc?
can Owen do?
Owen
Hinder
Owen can attack, defend, boost, or hinder.
But are they just like a person?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a person who everything here is technically him. So he has some power. He's just not particularly used to it. So, I mean, he's essentially the equivalent of a lieutenant. Because all of this thing is part of him. He's still in a struggle with Bonanoch for it. But he does have some control.
Okay, so I have -5 going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd appreciate if he could possibly boost me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems reasonable.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a 1d8 + 1.
I forgot you have -5.
Yeah. 1d8 + 1.
Yo!
Damn!
Okie dokie.
That's 9. So plus that -3 just went away.
You have
Yeah,
a chance of succeeding now.
Yeah, there's a moment he almost just sort of reaches out and you just feel a little less unhindered and more together. And who do you want Owen to pass it off to?
Jack.
All right, Jack. What do you?
All right. This is the moment where Jack is like, "All right, now's the plan to execute." Where is how many people are in or things are enemies?
Well, okay, so you got one Shifty Eddie,
Currently.
you've got one mobster, and you have Bonanoch, and nobody has attacked Bonanoch yet.
There's one mobster, one Shifty Eddie, and Bonanoch, I think.
Yep. Here, I'll move that over.
Okay. Well, considering the -2 I have right now, what I think I'm gonna do is, yeah. So I called this power Demon Instinct because I think it's like part of theoretically, Spring Hill Jack is like doing mass calculations when it like does lightning calculator, but these are like instinctual responses to things, and what this does essentially is it surges out this information to everyone around around them, you get this sort of like demonic flash in your head, and then suddenly have like a greater awareness of the environment and like some suggestions on how to execute your next actions.
Mhm.
As I'm going to boost multiple targets using Lightning Calculator.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So yeah, basically everyone. I don't know. Can I boost myself as well?
Yeah, multiple targets can be yourself as well.
Hello?
Michael?
Hello?
Michael.
Hello?
I
Oh.
thought his mic might have been doing something earlier, but I didn't want
Oh,
to curse him. Okay. Also, I
No worries.
fucking hate this laugh machine. Fuck you.
It's a very good laugh machine.
Yeah. I wanted, you got a fucking shiny angels and Sailor Moon and all that sort of shit. I wanted creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
Testing.
Sailor
So-
Moon and broken electronic laughing, the two genders.
Testing. Testing.
No,
Oh.
we
testing.
established what is it? Adult? No, the third gender is adult.
Hello.
There's
Right,
male,
the third
female,
gender
and
is
adult.
adult.
Hello?
The secret.
Testing. Testing.
Uh,
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay, so my Yeti mic went out. Let me check one more thing real quick. Hello? Testing?
Hello.
Hello.
You can
Hey.
hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No.
My Yeti is now working for some reason.
Alrighty. So, yeah, Jack sort of sends out this almost like
Oh,
it's like a instinctual calculation of their surroundings towards everyone else in the form of horrifying demonic visions.
mm-hmm.
And can they boost themselves?
Yeah, I think it should be multiple targets. Could be yourself as well, I believe.
Cool. So yeah, it sort of gives you an image of what might happen if you performed a particular action. And alright. So lightning calculator, alertness, and alright.
Does it have a specific die you should use?
Yeah, it's max. So
Nice.
I got 8, which means
-2.
everyone gets +3.
well, it's -2, right?
Oh, is it -2? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. So the distracted goes away, but that does mean still +2.
Yeah, +2 to everyone.
I think Kokabeel, that +3 went away. And I think
No, I got a new +3.
Oh yeah, new +3. And Wyatt, did your second +2 go away?
No, that's new. That's from convincing Owen to
Sweet.
help. So, yeah, Kokabeel and I are fucking jacked.
All right. So Spring Hill Jack then. And so it was just boosted. Did you do anything besides boost people?
No, it's just to boost everyone and oh, can I boost Owen as well?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that as well.
That was a +2.
So, yeah, +2.
All right. I'll put that there.
Yeah, so I just give everyone +2.
Okay. So yeah, everyone here has been boosted. And who do you want to pass it off to?
Is Mosana down here?
I'm about to arrive on my turn, I think.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll pass it off to Mosana.
Yeah, either Marzana or the park.
If you pass it to the park, then Marzana goes last and gets to decide who starts the next turn.
I agree with this. Sure. Park, bump me up.
Yeah, for the first couple, I'll mention that stuff for the first couple games, but then it's like, all right, on this one, it's an interesting tactical decision. Okay, the park is going to, so because of the thing, it moves forward. and then passes it to Marzana.
Cool. Yeah, like I think I just land. Everyone's got all this shit going on, and she's just arrived. Like, okay. Uh, who? I guess the giant demon lady looks the scariest, right?
No, well, there's Bananach, there's Shifty Eddie, and there's a mobster. And Bananach has so far not been hit.
Oh.
So like the big villain down here, nobody's really done much to.
Cool. Well, Is it hit yellow yet? It has hit
Yeah,
yellow.
it is yellow.
Good. Oh, I forgot to do a reaction for my last turn.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that now.
I think you lost the strange gooey ground as well from last turn.
Yes. Okay. Cool. What's a 4 boost? If you roll a 4, what do you get? What do you get boost for
It's
that?
2.
Okay.
And
Because it says when I defeat a minion, roll that minion's die and boost yourself using that roll to create a bonus for your next action.
Cool.
So I killed the Freddy guy
Okay.
last turn, so I get +2.
Wait, is Eddie a minion?
Oh, he was a
He's
lieutenant,
a
wasn't he?
lieutenant, not a minion.
Oh, so that doesn't count then. Okay.
Yeah, minions are the mobsters right now.
Wait, how does that? God damn it. Okay.
Sorry to derail you.
No, it's okay. I might have to change that then because you just brought something into attention. Then that means I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna create a. You just see as I'm like landing, like, oh god, okay. You just see a almost instinctively like a person, like a ball of ice, then slowly gets bigger and more shapely until it just creates like an ice. Let's go with that. Actually, no. It's a small like ice fairy.
Okay.
And it's like fluttering around beside me. Yeah, I'm creating a D8 minion. It takes its turn before yours, but it goes away at the end of the scene. Can only have one of them. So I have a minion.
Yeah, we'll make show nameplates.
So you have a massive boat beside you made of ice.
A massive boat?
I'm making a joke out of the Americans struggling to differentiate between fairy and ferry.
Oh.
I don't like when you make fun of Americans because I don't understand what you said.
Caucus.
The friggin' caucus.
That's my confusing American thing.
So yeah, God. So you create the ice fairy?
Yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. I'm going to go. Do I give it to someone or?
Oh no! It says what? It goes before your turn.
It goes before my turn.
Okay, I'm just going to put it by your picture here to remind you, or I'll actually put it in the
Cool.
little box there to remind you. And
Cool.
yeah, also if y'all can do me a favor, if you can use the text thing, because it'll be easier for you to do it than me to constantly try to do all the text thing. Put what those bonuses are. It'll make it easier to remember what has to be, what needs to be erased and what still has yet to be used.
Okay.
So when you get one, if you can just use a text tool to just type out next to it.
Yeah.
Text.
Who do you want to pass it off to? Because it is now a completely wide open field.
Let's give it to Coca-Beal.
All right.
Okay.
That seems smart.
This is.
Here, give me just. I'm just gonna grab a drink thing from the freezer from the thing real quick. I'll be right back in half a second. While you decide what you're doing.
Okay, cool.
And back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What am I going to do?
Can you do more healing?
How hurt are you?
No, for you. How
Oh,
hurt are you?
I'm at 11.
Oh, all right, that's a bit
So
better.
I can't do my. I'm unfortunately not in the red, so I can't do big hit without potentially killing myself.
Oh, that's a question,
Because-
actually. Oh,
Is
yeah, I
what?
guess. My question was, if you heal back up to a different color, do you still have the red abilities?
I think that turn, or rather, no. At that point, you don't have it as long if the yeah,
So you go back up to yellow and those abilities disappear. Okay,
correct.
and good to know.
It's always either like whatever's furthest down the scene or your health,
Yep,
right?
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Hey Wyatt, I think you have another +2.
Yes, you have a +2 from Demonic Instinct.
Right. Is there a way for me to copy or
I
just
think
so you don't have to do all the work
yeah,
with the bow?
I think are you able to just kind of grab it and you know,
Nah.
here?
I can't grab the +2s for some reason with the grabby hand.
Let me do this real quick. I am going. Oh damn it! I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna just promote everybody.
Yay.
Which hopefully will give you more options and ability. Because I think I can go, yeah, promote to GM. I mean, the only thing you'll see is like some stuff I'm putting on the GM stuff that I'll be using later. But that's not a big deal. That's usually just stuff coming up. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to take effect now. So I've just promoted everyone to GM. I don't know if it takes effect right this one.
Might have to refresh.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, let me
Insane.
let me do the old refresh. Oh boy, yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yep. Oh boy.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so there's another +2, and that's from Demonic Instinct. Copy. There we go. Let's just shrink some of these because I have so many. Why can't I hold all these 2s? You know. All right.
Okay. So had Kokobeel had not gone yet.
I haven't done anything yet. I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
I mean, you could just like fuck him up, right?
I'm worried. I can't use the take damage equal to my max die.
Well, yeah, you could just
Because-
attack though.
Yeah, you can do like a straight up attack without doing the specials. Like all that stuff in the corner, the basic actions, you can do those without using your abilities.
Ah,
The abilities
Yeah.
are just things you're often going to want to use, but you don't have to.
okay. Then yeah, I'm just gonna try and hurt Bonanock.
All right.
Fire, ranged combat, I'm back to yellow. Basic action. Roll. +5, so 8.
Okay, so what do you hit him with?
Fire.
Is it-
Just,
yeah,
just like a blast of fire from
yeah, he's
just
like,
directly in his face.
He has some special abilities. If you actually have penalties, he can do stuff. But everyone got rid of their penalties. Who do you pass it off to?
I will pass it off to Wyatt.
All right.
What you gonna do with your +6?
What you?
I mean, I'm gonna attack him, but I'm seeing if I have any fancy attacks. No, I have some fancy attacks, but my fancy attack is in red, which I don't have. Let's see. You know what? I think I would love to hinder Bonanock. That sounds like a good thing. So I'm going to attack using finesse and hinder with my min die here.
Okay.
So what that looks like is Ariel and I like in symmetrical actions are like encircling around Bonanock and just doing like a flurry of blows as we like glide across the ground. All right. Please be as good as I made it sound. Signature weaponry, finesse. We're in yellow. And it's just a normal attack, and I hinder with my min. Okay. All right, and this is at +6.
Damn.
Jesus.
So that's a 13 attack and a 10 hinder.
God. So the
Jesus
hinder
Christ.
is -3.
Listen, I made a character that's all about making me good and making someone else very, very bad. If there's more than one-on-one, I'm fucked. But
So what do you hit him with?
like fictionally,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like my halberd and Ariel's also like doing this weird like star. Its hands
Mm-hmm.
are like glowing and doing these like slashings with its hands.
Okay. As it hits him, and yeah, he's been slapped just a little bit. Who you passing it to?
I will pass it to Owen. Who wants a boost?
Yeah, who wants to use Owen? He's not a bad person to boost someone and then have that person drop some damage.
I'll take a boost because I haven't had one.
I want a
Yeah.
boost.
I want a boost.
You got a +2.
I
for
gave
something.
you a boost.
I wasn't in the scene yet.
Oh,
So I don't think I got
of course, yeah. If you use Owen and then your Ice Fairy to boost you,
Oh yeah, no, yeah, actually,
Yeah, let's
boost
stack
me.
it
Let's
up.
go.
yeah,
Let's go.
or that. I mean, the Ice Fairy could also be another attack.
It could, but boost.
But to be honest, if you're going to use it to fight, that thing almost does. Because the boost is, if you roll an 8, you do 8 points of damage as opposed to a +3.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's one of those things like boost is good for building up a big something you want to do, but like it might almost be better for just a straight up attack.
Just to attack.
I mean, it's one of those things.
I'm
when
gonna
you-
run
when
to
you
the
get-
bathroom.
Yeah, when you get to use some of your other dice, that makes a bigger difference.
Yeah,
I'll
give
see if you're in the bathroom.
me Owen to boost, and then okay.
Okay. So yeah, add a +1 to his boost.
Yeah.
You want to roll 1d8 +1.
Uh, 8.
All right, that gives you a +3.
So +2, +3. Okay.
And then who is Owen handing it off to?
Who's left? I don't. I forgot where the turn order
Oh,
thing was.
if you the turn order is the one that looks like a clock. Owen and Wyatt are the only two, or Kobiel, Wyatt, and Owen are the ones that have gone so far.
Okay. I'll be greedy and pass it off to myself.
All right.
So my fairy gets to act. So it does 1d8. Roll 1d8. It's going to attack the big scary thing.
Bananach. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Oh, it got an 8.
All right. As it hits him, he's like trying to like swipe at it as it's just flying out of his way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's your turn.
Cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm just gonna max my fucking attack. Okay. So, telekinesis. Yeah. Summoning up the courage to attack the scary thing. Anger is a great motivator. I'm back in the green though. Oh wait, no, I'm back in yellow. So yeah, that's good. Oh, 8 plus 5, 8, so 13.
That's a damn attack on him.
Yeah, attack on Bananac.
You've all managed to get like half his health down. at this point. As what do you hit him with?
Just giant ice balls, just telekinesis. It picks up anything it can and throws it.
Yeah, and he's actually like walking towards you as it's like bouncing off of him as he's kind of coming closer and closer. And who do you hand it off to?
Who wants it?
It's either the enemies or me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have it last again, that's probably good.
Okie dokie.
So enemies. Which of the enemies needs to go? All of them?
Yeah, yeah, we kind of just like rained on their parade a little bit.
I'm gonna give it to the mobsters then, because it's
Okay.
only a 1d4, and I don't want them to get buffed or anything.
Yep. So they are going to as the one that's left kind of gets behind Shifty Eddie to lay down some covering fire for 4, gives him a +2 boost. That goes away. He is going. The mobster is then going to hand it off to Shifty Eddie. Shifty Eddie at this point. Who else has hit Bonanock this turn?
Everyone.
Except for
the
Spring Heel
Spring
Jack.
I haven't gone this turn, so
Okay.
can't have.
I think we'll have them go since Wyatt's a little more charmed right now. After Wyatt for 8 points of damage, as he just lays down some Tommy gun fire, and he's not had to reload, which seems like, frankly, the fucker probably should have reloaded.
Oh wait, so this is a new round. So now
No,
now
no,
will be
nope.
damage.
Nope. Well, yeah, it's if you haven't used it this turn, yes.
Right. Roll D4 in green, D6 in yellow, or D8 in red.
We are in yellow.
We are in yellow. I can roll a D6. Although it would be fun to go down to red. You know what? I'll just take the 8.
Okay.
Living on the edge.
Then the location hands it off to Spring-Heeled Jack.
Okay, so we have Shifty Eddie and a mobster remaining. You know what? I've never used this ability before. I don't know whether it's actually good, but I'm just gonna use that. All right. So, I think, yeah, Spring-Heeled Jack looks at all the enemies surrounding them, and it's just like, which one do I attack? Well, this is Blake, because Spring-Heeled Jack doesn't say words; they just laugh. And then Blake's like, okay, all of them, and they start basically teleporting until there's sort of how many targets is there?
3 down here: the mobster, Shifty Eddie, and Bonanach.
Okay, yeah, they start teleporting so fast that fast it looks like there's 3 of them as they try to attack all 3 of them at the same time.
Okay.
So, doop. All right. All right. So,
Did the +2 that just applied it to your?
It just applied it to his mid die, because you'll notice the other 2 are a little bit grayed out, but it still does show the +2 over to the side to remind you that if it's your max die, just add it to that.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
You basically have a 12, a 10, and a 6.
Yeah. I use my min die for this attack, and I'm wondering if I should re-roll.
So that's 6 points of damage?
Yeah, unless I re-roll. I don't know. Is that... What do people think? Is it worthwhile for me to re-roll?
Rolling-
6 will kill the mobster, and might hurt. It will hurt Bonanock, and it might hurt Shifty Eddie.
Let's go with 6 then, sure.
Okay.
I deal 6 to all of them.
Alright, so... Oh, nope, does actually not... You have a +2. Yeah, it does not hurt him, but yeah, you do hit... Yeah, Bonanock. The only one left is Bonanock to hand it off to. As he starts to rush forward, the first thing that he does is reaches out a hand, and again, the electricity explodes, but as it's happening, he's running forward. So he's got... Whoa, what happened? Oh, wrong one. Plus 1d10, plus 1d8 for those. So, he's going to do a couple things. First off, he's going to attack you with a minimum dice. All of you are going to take 1 point of damage.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
However,
That's red, baby.
he's going to hinder everybody with a -2.
Hmm.
Cool.
And then he's going to pass it back to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's got... Now, the thing is, because basically... is that Marzana?
Yes.
Rachel, you slapped the ever-loving shit out of him last turn. So he's coming straight for you, and this is like just basically a straight-up attack. As he's rushing forward, just kind of grabs you, and is moving at like a remarkable speed as he comes forward.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he's... Well, actually, sorry, there's a -3 there. It's his mid die, so he's going to hit you for 4 points of damage as he basically takes you and slams you against one of the walls. And that -3 goes away. And he's gone. What the hell? He'll pass it to Spring Hill Jack's the only one that hasn't hurt him.
I hurt him last time.
Yep. Oh, well, he'll pass it to Spring Hill Jack.
Okay. Alright. Eddie's still there. Bunnock is there. I am still in yellow. Okay, I think I'm gonna speedball it and bounce all over the place, build up some momentum, and then surge forward to try and get rid of this lieutenant.
Okay.
Okay. So momentum, close combat, attack. Yes, -2. Okay, so a 5.
+2.
Yeah, 5.
To Shifty Eddie?
Yeah, 5 to Shifty Eddie,
Oh.
and
Yep, which basically, like, he manages to take without any damage on that one. Just, you're gonna bounce all over the place here, you bastard.
yep, just laughing.
Yep, who do you want to pass it off to?
I will pass it off to Cocobeel.
Okay. So since I'm back down in the red, that -2 is going to become a +2.
Oh, sorry, it's all good.
This is going to be the
It's
campaign,
fine.
isn't it?
What?
Since I'm in red.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to get to red. Red is where the money is.
I know. That's why I didn't defend myself.
I am going to. Are Shifty Eddie and Bonanock close enough to hit both of them?
Yeah, because he's like Bonanock has just rushed in to the combat, so we'll say yeah.
Okay, I will hit both of them with some fire damage. So there. Wah. Wah. Basic action. Submit. So I hit them for 10, and I heal myself for 11 and get a +3 boost.
Jesus. So that'll replace your +2. All right.
And then I will pass it to the park.
All right, we are now in red.
Perfect.
Oh, I should have defended.
Perfect.
We were only one away.
The park will pass it to Shifty Eddie. Shifty Eddie is going to let loose for 4 points on Kokobeel for daring to attack him.
Come on,
How much
Eddie,
health do you have, Dan?
Well, I just healed up to 21. So
Oh, never mind.
I'm at 17 now.
You're like, I get
I was
really
gonna- I was
worried
gonna
for
be
a couple
similar, yeah.
turns, and then I'm fine.
I mean,
Listen.
especially now that the scene is red, any hurting on me will only heal me.
Oh, right.
Come on, Eddie. Gimme, Eddie. Come on. You know you can gimme.
Well, that's any fire one on you only hurts you?
Yep, any fire damage on me will heal and also boost.
Cool. Shifty Eddie is going to pass it on to Wyatt.
God damn it.
Dang, brutal. Well, good news, team. Now I get to do my mega anime attack. So, I can attack using signature weaponry and at least one bonus. Use your max plus mid plus min dice.
Jesus.
Wait, have you
Destroy
got charged
all of your
attack as well?
bonuses.
Yeah, we both have the
Adding
same
each
move.
of them to this attack first, even if they are exclusive. So this will use up my persistent buff.
Okay.
Did you change
But-
to this, by the way?
What?
Did you change
Yeah,
to this?
I had another max mid min attack, but that one was I incurred a major twist. But this
Yeah.
one was because I changed up the signature weaponry, and it fits with my whole boost mechanics too. I like the idea of expending them. So, what happens here is, this is like comic book anime space. So this basement's is a little bit higher roofed than a typical basement, because what happens is the camera letterboxes as if we're entering a cutscene or a special attack in a fighting game, and Wyatt starts glowing again, and you all hear music that Wyatt is moving and stepping to the beat to, and Ariel sidles up, takes Wyatt, and they're just doing a dance for a second, just the two of them, and then Ariel flings Wyatt into the air, sending Wyatt twirling, and as Wyatt is twirling, every time the halberd passes in front of them, it's accumulating more and more light, and the rest of the room dims and dims and dims. And then Wyatt just screams and slashes that gathering of light down, and it sends out hundreds of beams of light that just pierce Bananok.
You are anime as fuck right now.
Listen, if you let me be extra, I'm gonna be extra.
Be extra.
And this is then the name of this move is Fantasia Crash. Some extra.
No, you
So,
guys,
all right.
There's one small problem. You have to scream out that name as you do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantasia!
And it flashes up on the screens and can.
Absolutely. So here we go. Signature weaponry, acrobatics, and we're in the red, so I get a D12. That's nice. And this is all at +2. So that is 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 7 is 21, plus 6 is 27.
Wait, you did not roll a d12.
Yeah, you rolled a d60, 10 d8.
I have environment status R checked.
Dude,
Do you
just-
have
And I have one
just
D12 in my red.
Roll a d12. Wait,
All right.
which one of those was your regular?
Let's see. D6 was weaponry. D10 was acrobatics. So is the D8.
Okay, so yeah, just
It's still reading off my HP.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, go ahead and roll a d12. If it is higher, if it's below a 7, yeah, we'll use the 7.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not going to punish you for that. I was just going.
Yeah, so I guess we need to be aware of that the environment status isn't. Maybe it just bugged for me once.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, that's 27 damage.
As you hit him, he goes flying and kind of hits a wall. "Ugh," and then just like slowly grabs like a piece of the like. There's like a workshop bench down there. Just and pulls himself up and I will suck out your soul. Who are you passing it to?
I will pass it to
The mobster?
Marzana.
Not the mobster?
No, not the mobster. I think we can pass it to Marzana. The
Are
person
you
who's
gonna give it
clamoring-
to Owen first?
Oh, you know what? I should give it to Owen first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
annihilate all of you.
No. No,
Owen
listen,
can boost you.
Owen
Oh,
can boost you.
Yeah.
Give me
You don't
boost.
have that 3 or 2 anymore, right?
No, I don't. I can't get rid of it. But was I supposed to be able to take?
Oh, by
you
the
know
way,
what?
Wyatt.
Sorry.
Wyatt, take
Wait, I have
two
Bonanock Lightning during that.
Wyatt, take 2 points of damage from because if you attack anyone with a penalty takes damage equal to the size of the penalty. It's a
right.
reaction. He can only do it once per turn.
Okay, I only did 21 damage then.
So 2 less points.
Well, because it was 2 to each die, right?
I think it's you add the dice and then add a total of -2. I think.
Oh, I thought. Well, because when we do all the other rolls, when you have a boost, it boosts each die individually.
Oh.
Right?
We've been doing it. I'll double check it later on. We'll just go with. I'm just gonna raise his health by 2.
Okay,
We'll just keep it there.
sounds good.
We're right at the end anyway.
Yeah, fair.
Lexa, can you not delete them?
No, I can't click on the.
Have you
refresh.
refreshed?
Oh. Sure, I should have done the thing that I suggested everyone do.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, I can do that now. Thank you. Cool. Owen, give me boost. I want to do the exact same thing that fucking Wyatt did, but bigger.
What? You're rude. Do you have Final Wrath?
Yeah. No, I have charged up attack. Is what it was.
Oh, charge up
It's
blast.
the elemental.
Yeah.
Oh, the elemental
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So yeah, roll 1d8 plus 1.
Oh.
Oh, it's literally the same. That's so funny.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, I can combine this with some stuff.
So you have a boost for +2.
Okay,
Or-
+2. Why do I have the -2? What did that do?
That was
That was from Bonanock Lightning.
yeah. So that actually then cancels out.
Cool. Then pass to me. My fairy's gonna boost me by 1?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Then I'm gonna consume it. What's the exact thing say? Hold on.
You slowly eat the fairy while it screams.
Ah, yes, it's the Pan's Labyrinth move.
Are you talking about the attack?
Yeah, attacks and cold use at least one bonus. Use your max, mid, min die. Destroy all your bonuses, adding each of them to this attack first. So if I if I use this +1 bonus, it would then get applied to each die, every die.
I think it's a total. We've been doing every die for today. We'll do it that way. I'll double check for next time.
So max plus min plus mid. Oh, so the total of all combined, then you add the
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
That does make more sense because otherwise boosting is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be insane.
Yeah, I guess the wording of this is also like you can't use this move if you don't have an active boost.
Yes. That's why I have summoned allies as my other red
Yeah,
one. Which...
and that's one I'll double check in the actual rules. But like it'll be because like basically this will probably be the end of this one, and then next time, applies to the effect die rolled on. Either adding or subtracting from the result. Use create the mod decide who uses the bonus or penalty as long as it makes sense of the fiction. I think the effect die, so basically it looks like it technically only gets used once.
Good to know.
So it's the major effect die and like whatever the main thing is, and then extra stuff just goes with the actual die rating.
14 is what I did.
Yeah, and so what does it look like?
I guess like the big thing when it gets hit by this enormous amount of light turns and looks at Wyatt, and so that means their back is turned to me, and so I look furious. Um, even the fairy looks mad. It sort of like plops itself down on top of my head, and it's just like doing the Tinkerbell, like stamping its feet. Um, yeah, I lift my hand and I very, very gently tap it against his back, like palm forward,
Mm-hmm.
and just this like thing's gonna die, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. To be honest, what I was worried about because it started off with 90 health, and I was like,
Cool.
"Fuck, you're never gonna win." But you hit it back. Like, it's down at 6,
Yeah.
Jesus.
and that's without lowering stuff. Like you managed to hit a bunch of stuff hard enough.
Cool. So imagine, you know how like icicles grow?
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, imagine if this was ice, but imagine like a tree branch, like it sort of like it cuts to the front of this guy and just very, very quickly, like ice tree grows from the inside and just sort of like starts exploding outwards.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it kind of hits him, and then there's a
Yeah.
point where he kind of nails him against the wall,
Mm.
and it's like almost like parts of him are being like peeled off from him,
Oh
and
god.
then like until the body itself sort of disappears. The Eddie, Shifty Eddie, also ends up disappearing out of the place. He's also taken along with Bananak. And this is a good place to end. So next turn will be a little bit just in like finishing up what happens in this area, and then going on to back to the Smallville for heading back into the real world.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna treasure my deadbeat job like I never did before.
Leaving like right now with just you and Owen and the rest of them in the basement of this weird haunted mansion in a city that was what your town was many, many years ago, and it is quiet in a way you had not noticed it had been before.
Mm.
And end of session.
Dang.